The new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word!
It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith.
It's match down.
5-star performance.
Ball for big fish.
It's
Jack Drayton!
Even Simon Whitlock. But he's going to fire in a 1-2-8
Simon Whitlock
to level this game up at 1 apiece. Lewis Gurney finds double 18, and he finishes his night with 4 points on the board. Does he finish with a fishy fanfare? Bullseye! Bullseye for the big fish, reeled in by Graham Usher.
Isn't that right, Colin? Prove us right. There it is. That's a 12 darter, and Osborne's not finished to equalise. To the top. Oh, very tidy. Very, very good. And let's face it, hands in the air, everybody who watched on Pluto TV this week. Who knew anything about Pete Hughes this week before he turned up?
It's the final night in Group B, there's no such thing. It is the final night's worth of action here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth, and we're going to see the final 3 spots through to Week 3's finals night. Hello, very good evening. Hopefully the darts is a little bit better than that start. We're going to see who is going to make it through to finals night tomorrow evening here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. It's the wizard Simon Whitlock who leads the way. He won all 4 of his matches on Thursday, and he's looking to convert it this evening. His former World Cup of Darts teammate, the asset Paul Nicholson's with us here in the studio on this Friday night, and he's top of the table. He won 4 from 4. You would expect him to get the job done tonight.
Yeah, when you win 4 out of 4 and other people get a win, you know that you've only got to get one more win for your tally to be good enough to make Saturday night once again. And based on the way that Simon started last night, and he even said that he wasn't fully prepared for this potentially, I think after last night's action he'll feel a bit better about his sharpness. I would expect him to get at least one win, but I'm expecting more than that.
Well, this afternoon, Aidan Kirk ran right in Group C. He won 9 of his 10 matches, and it felt rather ominous. Didn't play at his best, but was still able to really blitz this group.
I do get the feeling that when the urgency ramps up on Saturday night, we'll see more from Aidan. He's shown in knockout play over the last couple of years that he's a very dangerous player. In round-robin darts over the last couple of days, he's shown that he can navigate a somewhat tricky group situation. He was at the top of that table throughout. He was never caught. People had their own battle going for second position, which Richard McKee would win. However, Aidan was in a class of his own.
Yeah, this is how the table looks in Group C. Come the close of play, Richard McKee, as Nico rightly mentioned, the other player to make it through. So that's Group C. Tonight we're going to watch the conclusion of Group B, and this is how the table looks at the halfway stage. Simon Whitlock at the top of the table. He only needs 1 victory tonight to send himself into Saturday. Lewis Gurney and Graham Usher in 2nd and 3rd, both with 4 points, both -2 as well in terms of legs difference. Colin Osborne and Pete Hughes are on 2. They've got work to do if they're going to make it through. Now, Simon Whitlock spoke to us last night. He said he felt as if he played to 60% of his ability, but that 60% was more than good enough.
He's been around a long time. And he's played a lot of round-robin darts in Australia and here in Europe. His ability to monitor a situation and get through it. He's never been the most loquacious of players post-action. So you do a post-night interview with him. He's not going to give a great deal away. But inwardly, he will know exactly what he's done and what he will have to do come tonight. Yes, he's only 60% in his own words, but he might only need about 60 to 70% to make Saturday and he might need a great deal more if he wants to get a first weekly title at the Modus Super Series.
Now, perhaps no surprise, he's 12 to 13 on with the bookies to go and win this group. We can have a look at those odds now. Take away Simon, because he should get the job done in terms of winning it. I suppose it's how they see and perceive other players. Graham Usher, 6-1 second favourite. They back him to go through. Colin Osborne at 50-1 is basically saying they don't think he's getting anywhere near.
No, they don't. And if anything, last night, the most insecure player, or maybe the most inconsistent, that was Graham Usher. He didn't start very well at all. He did figure it out towards the end, and he had the 170 finish to end the night in a very, very good way. But if you think he was happy with his consistency last night, think again. He really wasn't. So to see Colin so far out compared to Graham, for example, that surprises me.
It is 18 plus, and it is begambleaware.org if you're going to have a flutter on the Super Series this evening. Right, let's get into game one. It's a meeting between Graham Usher and Colin Osborne, and earlier on this evening I caught up with Graham. Graham, bit of a mix and match last night. What would be your overall assessment of the way things went?
Yeah, I didn't perform at all last night. Didn't feel really comfortable. I don't know why. I felt good in the practice room, going great. For some reason up on stage I was just hitting too many wires, too many stray darts, but you know, it's another day tonight, see what happens. Could
you put your finger on as to why that happened?
No, I think it's just one of them things, you know, I think that then the harder you try, the worse it gets. I just never settled from the first game against Simon. But we'll say different today, see what happens.
So was it one of those nights where performances you weren't happy with, but the points total you were happy with?
Yeah, I mean, the way I was playing to come out with 4 points, it's a tight group. I know Simon's sort of topping it, but yeah, the rest of us, anyone can go through.
How important is a fast start tonight, do you think?
Oh, definitely. I need to beat Colin and vice versa. So I know he's going to be out and he's practicing well. So we'll see how it plays out. If my doubles go and my scoring's there, I should be all right.
You still had some highlight moments, including the big fish to finish.
Yeah, the 170. Colin said my first treble wasn't in. He wasn't convinced, but I said it was. Yeah, yeah. It was nice to finish tonight on the big fish.
And you go again once more, right?
Yeah, see if we can start with it this time.
Hopefully you start with it and carry on, eh?
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully better than yesterday. But you know, wish the lads all the best, and everyone's fighting for the same places.
Wish you well. Good luck.
Thanks, Henry.
Yeah, Graham Usher looking to get his campaign underway for where he takes on Colin Osborne in the opening match of the session. Well, this was some ding-dong when they played at the culmination of Thursday's play. Usher winning by 4 legs to 1, average of 95.88. Had 2 ton plus checkouts, including the 170 big fish in that particular contest. For Colin, we said it in the studio last night, and the point is very much apparent again. He would have felt as if he left points out there, that 2 points is not the return he should have had. For Usher, the 52-year-old from Scarborough, former series runner-up. In fact, these are both former series runners-up, because Colin Osborne lost in the final of Series 4 to a certain Luke the Nuke Littler. What on earth happened to him ever since? The 50-year-old, very proud Smoggy, is hoping to ply his trade rather well on the hockey this evening. Well, a very proud Yorkshireman is in charge of the action this evening. Paul Hinks, a man who has refereed 4 PDC World Championship finals over the course of one of the most distinguished careers a darts referee has ever had. It's Graham Usher to get us underway on this Friday night. 4 points to his name in a provisional qualifying position. But the question is, Paul Nicholson, will he be there come the end of the night?
I think there's a lot of questions that need to be answered tonight. We're going to have to delve into our very deep memories
76.
To think about the situations that Graham Usher's been in, the situations that Colin Osborne's been in.
58.
Because they might need some of those memories to come to the fore to help them to get out of this very sticky situation. With only 2 points separating second and fifth.
100.
This is a free-for-all. And if there's one thing that really comes to mind when we talk about Colin Osborne,
140.
You think about when he's won weekly titles here. He's found a way after a very sticky start to get to even the series final. That night,
60.
he didn't play very well in his first game, but boy, did he play well after that.
Yeah, came unstuck by a man who'd go on to win 2 World Championships.
180.
Graham Usher missed out on his chance to win a World Championship at the Circus Tavern, the runner-up in the last ever World Seniors. But that 180, he's left himself on a double after 12.
95. Graham McCarr, 38.
And because Osborne's left himself on the 170, he will attack the double 19. He isn't usually one to split. And why would you split if you're going to hit?
Second leg,
Usher
Collins
draws first blood on
Game
this
on.
Friday night.
This is a much better start from Graham. When he played Simon Whitlock in the first game of last night, if he may permit me to be very honest, he was poor.
140.
He averaged 73. That's easily 15 points under his
95.
B game. He really didn't know what happened. So Simon Whitlock got the 4-0 start, and he didn't really look back after that. But when you start with a 15 darter on Friday
100.
night, it seems like he's turned up in a sharper mood.
$41.
That is a beautiful dart, isn't it? And somewhat ironic that he stops Osborne from a shot at 170.
$140.
Don't be done to you what you want to do to others. Doesn't matter if he hits a max, it still
140.
can't leave the
Comical
finish.
21.
So Osborne here leaving 1-2-1 to square this contest up at 1 apiece. Sixham here may look at 25 for double 18 or 777 for double top.
Game show on the second
Well,
leg,
leg
Colin
2 of the
Osborne.
night, and we have our first topper.
Third leg, Graham
Osborne with a
first.
1-2-1
Game
to
on.
square up at 1 apiece.
He's brought his dancing shoes, and a 1, and a 2, and a 1.
81.
I can imagine Colin being a dancer, because he's got rhythm.
Fairness. We've got some good dancers around this building, haven't we, Nico?
140.
Apparently, Henry thinks it's good during
60.
the last qualifying session of the week to do the hacker in the commentary box. I really want to know what's in his coffee.
Double the caffeine, I think. Need it.
I've seen laundry dance better than you,
85.
Henry. Genuinely, I have seen Colin Osborne dance.
100.
Some of my closest friends from the tour about 15 years ago, we used to have a night out every now and again just to blow off a bit of steam. Used to go out with the likes of Andy Hamilton, Colin Osborne, Jamie Caven, Dave Chisnell. Good times.
60.
And only a few of them would get up and boogie a bit. But nobody would boogie more than Jamie Caven.
You've not seen me on the dance floor, Nico.
100.
It's a sight to behold, let me tell you, pal. We'll have to save it maybe for the staff Christmas do, maybe. The after party.
The only time I ever want to see you dance
85.
is when I've stopped
Gurney
looking at the sun during a
160.
solar eclipse.
Well, that's just not going to find the 160. What can Osborne make of the 131 to turn a
Dominic
1-0
Howard,
deficit
31.
into a 2-1 lead? And he'd have a break of throw, which would give him full command of the contest. Unable to muster. Usher himself looking at a ton topper. Looking to riposte the Osborne 1-2-1 for 115.
91.
Really good
Gurney
last start.
115.
Leads tops, forces it to go. Forces this to go. 25.
45.
Tops for the
Colin
bull.
McCarr, 40.
Unless he thought he had 105 left.
Yeah, however...
Yes, I think he's had 105 left. Yes, he's miscounted.
Oh, my. What have you done, Graham? Oh, now we can
20.
put it right at
Gurney
least.
McCarr, 70.
But 7-0, 70 left, Graham. I hate to be that guy.
He's got away with one there.
You think?
Game
You
show on the
think?
third leg, Graham Usher.
That
Fourth leg,
is a
Collins,
get out of
you
jail
first.
free
Game
card
on.
for Graham Usher.
Yeah. Collect 200 and pass go, that one. Wow. That doesn't happen very often to dart players, where they make that big an error and they still win the
30.
leg.
Yeah, might want to go and get some lottery numbers after that, because his luck was in. And to his credit,
140.
he has made best use of it. 140 start. But Osborne would be kicking himself. That was an opportunity to really hit the front. It would have been a break and he would have had the darts a 3-1 here.
Well, he will feel
96.
that he needs to win this game just to get onto 4 points. It's also about stopping Graham from getting to 6.
42.
We've got so many 4-pointers here tonight. It'll give you a headache. So take it one game at a time and follow us with the table over the next 3 hours, because things are going to get messy.
40.
The only way it doesn't is if Lewis Gurney and Graham Usher really do have a brilliant start and cause problems
60.
for Pete Hughes and Osborne. They could be cut adrift if they're not careful.
And to be honest, I think 2 wins will probably be enough for them to get through. And Usher is halfway towards the first of them. And it would keep Colin Osborne on 2 points. And the maximum
60.
from that point he would be able to get to would be 8. The total that Graham Usher would be 1 win away
97.
from. However, Graham Usher has left himself on a bogey number. Osborne may contemplate the 25 if he hits a treble with dart 2. Should be looking 25 now. Right plan, right execution.
82. $105.
This is a very good position for Graham. Always looks like he's thinking about something on the stage. Like he's puzzled. Or is that just his thinking face?
59. Graham Yucal, 57.
Let's see what his happy face is.
Game shown the 4th leg, Graham Usher.
Well, if that's his happy face,
5th leg,
I don't
Graham
want to see his
Yucal
sad
first.
face.
Game on.
He'd make a really bad Fonz, wouldn't he?
60.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up, he'd just go, hey. It's like the funds on a somber day.
58.
It was very apt that he got the 170 last night with the last 3 darts, because it's a great way to finish the session. And it had to come from the man from
96.
Scarborough, one of the best places to get fish and chips in the UK. But is it the best?
Western Supermare.
46.
The Atlantic Fish Bar Western Supermare is the best fish and chips I've had anywhere
81.
in this country. Hi guys from the Atlantic Fish Bar Western Supermare. Please give me commission and 10% off next time.
Okie dokie.
100.
If Osborne's not careful, he could be having a Western Super here.
58.
If you are watching from outside of the UK, a Western Super is called a nightmare.
Well, nowadays, just abbreviated to a Western.
93.
Well, Usher here, 6 darts from 206 to get this game wrapped up by a 4-1 scoreline. And he's going about his business beautifully. Moves across to the
138.
18s, not to the treble success, but still leaves himself on 68. Should get at least a match dart upon his return. For Osborne, this is the far from ideal start. Just like last night, where he lost to
48.
Simon Whitlock, it looks like
William
he's going to
Carr,
find
68.
himself on the back foot from the get-go. It's a dart at the bull.
43.
He can't finish Osborne off with a bullseye this time. At least not with that chance. And now that Osborne has not got the trebles that he needed, it might be fat chance for him.
140.
Crowbarred that last one in, but it might be academic because Usher has 2 and had a double 8. 2 4s.
21.
Inside.
Coming
2
to
match
car,
darts
16.
missed for the Scarborough man.
You've got to put this guy away quickly because he can make you pay if you just give him an inch. But he can't find the double 8 and he's disgusted.
Car 4.
2 2s to win this game by 4 legs to 1. Now the Madhouse scamping
score.
around the
Coming to car
board
8.
to no success whatsoever. A handful of match darts missed, and Osborne is still hanging on.
Can he find 2s? 2s never lose.
4.
For a
Gurney
second, he
car
thought that
4.
last dart was there. It was not.
To finally put this game to bed. To finally put this game to bed. He had to do it the hard way. He puts his hand up by way of apology. But 2 points is 2 points. And that's a big win for Graham Usher. The numbers weren't great, but the 2 points will mean a lot to the gambler who finds himself on 6. Next up, Simon Whitlock up against Pete Hughes. And the Wizards, from Australia that is, can qualify through with a win in that. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. Before the break, Graham Usher got the better with Colin Osborne by 4 legs to 1. Game 2 sees Simon Whitlock take on Pete Hughes. Any win tonight for Simon Whitlock will see him qualify through to tomorrow night's final. To be perfectly honest, he may not even have to win a game to qualify through, but he'll want to dot the I's and cross the T's, or the 57-year-old winner of the Senior Showdown at the beginning of the season. As for Pete Hughes, the other end of the experience scale, the 38-year-old from Ulster, making his debut in this competition this week. Now, he shone quite brightly in Group A, was the closest rival and challenger to Henry Coates in terms of winning that particular group. However, there has been a slight residualization in terms of form. Wednesday just dropped off the pace a little bit. Last night didn't quite go to plan.
Game on.
What Pistol Pete will be hoping is he doesn't peter out as the week comes towards a close. As for Simon Whitlock, you would get the sense it's when rather than if he books his passage through to tomorrow night.
121.
Yes, but can I just pose you a problem that could happen if he doesn't get off to a winning start? You start the night with 4 games. You got to win at least one of them just to
57.
guarantee your passage. You lose your first one. All of a sudden, you've only got 3 games left. What happens if you lose your second game as well? Then you've only got 2 games left. Then the floorboards start getting a bit
121.
creakier. So I think with Simon's experience and based on how he started his night last night, he will want to get out of the blocks
99.
and get it done, and he'll be treating this like a final.
Yeah, because the last thing you want to do is for panic stations to creep in. And it doesn't matter how experienced a campaigner
59.
you are. You can make 2 world finals like Simon Whitlock has, win a European Championship like he did early on in his career. When you're put in that cut and thrust situation, it is very easy for the alarm bells to ring inside the bit between the ears. Well, Pete Hughes was on a PBN, a pre-bogified number, and so the maximum would not leave him on a finish.
80. $121.
Well, that's
Simon
worked
Carr,
out pretty well in the
120.
end. As could this. Still going to go for the 60. What a shot. Double top.
100.
That
Peter
really
Carr,
did
44.
deserve better than that third dart. That was so low. Because dart 2 was brilliant.
Double top.
Game shot
In
the
it
first
goes.
leg,
That's a
Pete Hughes.
14 darter for Pete Hughes.
Second
Break
leg,
a throw.
Pete
That's
to
a
go
little bit
first.
more like the man that we saw rather successfully in
Game
Group
on.
A, particularly on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, he took a 345 there in 8 darts. That's very good.
60.
The best you can do from 345 is 7.
Pete playing with Simon's equipment in this game.
100.
Well, Simon's previous equipment, that is.
Yeah, I think this was quite a popular dart. It was the construct that gave
180.
massive inspiration to 2 world-class players. Connor Scott and Brian Roman.
60.
Yes, old Scutty, who's plying his trade rather successfully in the PDC. And I'm rather glad of that. Not just is he a very good player and a very nice man, but as Pete Hughes piles in a max, I don't have to hear him wax lyrical about my Barbie-sized hands.
97.
Tell you
Peter
what,
Carr,
Pete
81.
Hughes has woken up here. This is a serious performance all of a sudden. He's hitting everything. This is
Game
very
shot the
good.
Second leg, Pete Hughes.
It's better than very good.
Third leg, Simon
This
to
is
do
troublesome
first.
for Whitlock,
Game on.
who's not been in this much trouble in this group.
Well, usually when your opponent averages 115.62, opportunities are rather sparse, and that is
136.
exactly the case. But secretly inside, Simon Whitlock will love this. He loves a battle. He loves to scrap away, chip away, and get involved in a bruiser.
100.
Needless to say, that dart giving Pete the 2-0 lead makes Simon think a little bit more about the tops that he missed for 1-0.
39. $96.
However, call me a skeptic.
You're a skeptic.
It's a two-leg burst. Can he sustain it for the full course? Because we've seen it a few times before, haven't we, where a player will
58.
get off to a start like that, realise how well they're playing, drop off the pace, but because the other guy's playing well enough, it's off the pace enough for someone like Simon Whitlock to create opportunities for
28.
themselves. Just like that. This is an opening.
It is now.
98.
He used to be known as Mr. 170. Over the years, that title has gone to other people. People like Littler and Aspinall.
95. Sam Nicol 170.
He can't give us a little bit of old school Whitlock.
He was the king of the big fish
60.
before the big fish even existed.
Yeah. He was the Barramundi man. If you don't know what a barramundi is, it's a very big fish.
100. Sam Nicol 110.
Found in Australia.
Triple 17, unable to muster. And so Hughes here
50.
for a
But you can't
3-0 lead,
82.
looking at 82. Doesn't get, Whitlock will get a couple at tops when he returns.
Now, that opens up double-double. And he decided not to do it.
42.
That's a
Sam
very
Nicol
old school
60.
play.
The only dart Simon Whitlock's had at a double in this match was off the back of the 120 combo.
Game
So
shot
the two in
third
hand
leg,
at
Simon
tops, he only
Whitlock.
needs the one. He's back in the contest
Fourth leg
as
Peter
Whitlock
through first.
weathered the
Game
storm.
on.
Every game he plays tonight, the tighter it is, it's better for him. Because he started the night with a leg difference buffer of 13 legs. That's effectively
57.
2 more points. Because you can only have an 8-leg swing.
Well, he's a game and a half in front in that particular metric.
93.
See that lovely dart. That first dart really did go in upright. It wasn't an ideal single, but the step to the right opened everything up.
134.
I know this sounds like an obvious statement, but if he wins legs, he takes care of himself. Even if he doesn't win matches,
140.
it might be a case of a couple of 4-3s, depending on results elsewhere, might be good enough because of the legs difference. Now, he doesn't want to think that way, of course, but if you keep chipping away at legs,
100.
then he will put himself in a rather fruitful position as the night goes on if he needs that.
Do you know what I'm interested in? If you look at pictures of Simon from 15 years ago, the beard was very,
60.
very obvious. But it's changed over the years. It's got wider. It's got bushier. It's obviously gone a bit grey. Where's it going to be in 10 years?
100.
He's going to look like Merlin. If Merlin had spiky hair. And a very long ponytail.
100.
Oh, that's a good dart.
Put your car 110.
That could be crucial. If Hughes does not hit this, Whitlock getting to 2-2 could be all about that 60 he's just found.
86.
He only needs one more 60
Samuel
here
Carr,
with dart 1
108.
or 2 to give himself a dart at a double. Or we can head down to the 19s. Oh, that's bounced in and out. You can see the
76.
puncture mark.
Yeah, but it did hit the
Put
flight
your car
first.
24.
And he always runs that risk with the speed that he throws the darts.
So double 12
Game shot on the
to
fourth leg
re-establish
Fields.
the two-leg buffer. And finds
Fifth leg
himself
Simon
one
to throw
away
first. Game
from
on.
inflicting a first defeat upon Simon Whitlock in this Group B. The doubling, 3 from 4, nigh on perfect from Pistol Pete. And for the first time in this
39.
group, has to be said, Simon Whitlock finds himself in a spot of bother. It's been rather routine passage to this point
100.
for the Australian World Cup winner.
Here's a curious one for you. If Hughes wins this leg,
One of them, 40.
he's going to overtake Lewis Gurney, who started the night in second position. This place is going to be like a fruit machine in the table. It's going to constantly
30.
rotate.
We're not playing cops and robbers.
But you are trying to steal legs off people.
Exactly.
134.
Well, Whitlock should, from this point, wrap up leg 5, which would mean that Hughes will be forced to
96.
serve it out in the next.
There's already been some cracking darts today in Australia. 80-year event. Won by Brodie Kling. Some excellent darts over in Oz.
180.
There will be more this weekend, and I'm sure Simon will be looking out for the results to see who could potentially be going up the order of merit to get into the ANZ Premier League. Well, Whitlock's got to hit double 4 now. Simon says hit double 4. Oh my, it could come down to this.
4. Peter Carr,
He might
95.
be losing some of his leg difference buffer here.
And he might well be about to lose his first game in this group all told. Goes the bullseye route. But he's missed the big number. And he's let Whitlock back in.
79. Simon Carr, 4.
Opportunity number 1 to win this match missed. It might be the only opportunity he gets.
Getting shown the fifth
Back
leg,
to
Simon
3-2,
Whitlock.
but he does have the insurance policy that he has the darts in
Six
this leg.
Pete
I
to
don't know
throw
anybody
first.
who does that
Game
better
on.
than Whitlock. He throws it so hard. He doesn't move on that shot. He just nudges the dart out of the way.
60.
In some sports, if you're looking to displace something, you need power. For example, 10-pin bowling. You need precision and power.
100.
Darts sometimes is not about power. It's about precision and actually slowing the arc of the dart down so that your collisions are not as violent.
60.
Whitlock doesn't play that way. He throws it harder than anybody, probably from the last 25 years.
He just knows how to force an issue.
121.
Oh, and he was 5 into the thing that he wants greatly in this building. And he's devastated he's only on 200.
Mason, your record's safe for a little while longer, pal.
180.
That's 180 number 5 for Hughes in this game.
That's 7 in the game. If there's more legs here, we could get to record territory.
100.
That record that stood for ages.
Yeah, that record dates back to October 2022. Group A of Series 1, Week 12.
177.
Oh, my goodness
Simon Carr,
me.
100.
What a setup. Simon, you have to take it.
Yeah, you do. Hughes has hit double 12 twice. This has got to go. That's
Game shown the
extraordinary.
sixth leg, Simon Whitlock.
Talk about bottle.
7th and final leg, Simon to through
Can
first.
Simon Whitlock
Game
be
on.
beaten in this group? He didn't just have his back against the wall. He had everything he brought to the venue against the wall right there. And it still wasn't good enough for Hughes to get the win by 2 legs.
Simon Whitlock
100.
wriggled out like a greased pig there. However,
180.
Pete Hughes is backing him into a corner once more. 180 number 6.
He might lose the game after hitting 6 maximums. This is ridiculous.
85.
But he's got the throw.
Well, if he hits a 140, he cannot hit another 180.
100.
If he gets one more 180, he will actually equal the record for individual 180s in a match here, which is Mark Dudbridge against Wes Newton. He had 7.
46.
That stood for ages. Last chance. There goes that.
Records
80.
are for later, winning is for now.
But what did I say earlier? The closer this game is, the better it is for Whitlock. That's if he doesn't win,
140.
which he still can.
Peter Carr 141.
Both players on Tub Plus checkouts. Pete Hughes first poke on the 141. He's had 6 180s, average of 102.5. But he's not going to finish off with a big one, with a monster.
105. Sam Nicol
This will be finish of the week. Do you dare? He doesn't on this occasion, so Hughes gets his chance
78.
finally
Peter Carr
to
36.
put Whitlock in the losing column for the first time.
What a performance this has been from Pistol Pete. A highlight
Yes, on the
display.
match,
A 4-2 win in a game which he hit 6 maximums. An average of just under 103. And in terms of his finishing, only missed 1 dart at a double throughout the course of the contest. That is pretty much as complete a performance as you're going to see. And for Simon Whitlock, the champagne in terms of qualification, very much on ice. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series on the live lounge in Portsmouth. Hi everyone, it's game 3 of our night and it is a meeting between Colin Osborne and Lewis Gurney. Before the break, Pete Hughes got the better of Simon Whitlock by 4 legs of 3, and it was an absolute corker of a contest. Hughes with an average of 102.81, 6 180s, 4 from 5 on his doubles, getting the better of Whitlock in 7. So next up for us, Colin Osborne back for the second time tonight. Lost out 4-1 to Graham Usher in the opening game of the evening session. And you get the sense if he's to make it through from here, he probably has to win the remaining 3 matches. Up against Lewis Gurney, the 24-year-old from Lancing in West Sussex. Semi-finalist 2 series ago in his week. He's looking to make it through once again to Saturday night. Now, he started the evening on 4 points. He's been joined on 4 points by Pete Hughes, but if he wins this game, then normal order really becomes resumed, because he'll find himself on 6 alongside Graham Usher. He'd have a bit of a buffer from Pete Hughes.
Game on.
The only problem Lewis Gurney has is he plays Simon Whitlock in his next game. And the game after that actually could do him a few favours if he wins this one, Pete Hughes against Graham Usher, because I don't think he'd mind too much if Graham goes and wins some games and does him a bit of a favour if they are both on 6 points. But that's for later. This is for now. And for Colin Osborne,
85.
We were saying off air during the break, Nico, it feels as if he's going to get through, he has to win the remainder of his matches in this programme.
Yeah, it definitely seems that is the case.
28.
So he's going to have to beat Lewis here. He's going to have to beat Pete Hughes, which at this point in time looks like a very tall task.
140.
And considering he does finish his quarter first in the battle of the 2 wizards in game number 8, he's going to have to beat the current table topper. And he might need some help along the way. Some very big help.
123.
You just don't see 6 points going through this group. You see 8 points possibly being vulnerable.
Well, Colin Osborne is a very handy player with a cue in his hand, but he finds himself needing snookers here.
100. Whitlock 153.
Gurney looking at a 153, unable to get, so Osborne will get a poke at a finish. That finish being 133. 76 remaining for Gurney.
97.
Work away through to the treble to leave
133.
himself double 8.
$29. Whitlock 56.
I don't think he can do that. They're the kind of mistakes that he knows he can't make.
38.
Maybe he can.
104.
You just never know, though. You expect that mistake will be punished, but when it isn't, you feel like you've got one chance to rectify it, and that's now. And he can't do it.
And the fear always in those
48.
situations is
Whitlock
somebody trying
18.
too hard.
Gage on
Gurney
the first
squeezes
leg,
it
Lewis
into the
Gurney.
corner. And he finds the break he
Second leg,
needs if
Lewis
he's to win
through
this
first.
match.
Game on.
As I say, if he wins this game, Colin Osborne's very vulnerable. He can only get to 6 points, and you've got a smattering of players on that mark.
140.
You know how I was just saying that Simon Whitlock is the hardest thrower of a dart that I've seen in my career? And Lewis Gurney's not that far behind. He really does give it a thrust, doesn't he?
100.
When they're thrown, they're thrown.
It's not
100.
necessarily a throw. It's a catapult. It is a toss. Everything's in one line. From his right leg to his right arm, and there's movement
100.
forwards. It's a genuine catapult throw.
He looks like he's about to do the shot put.
100.
Well, he's put that shot in the perfect place.
Doesn't he just? If Osborne wasn't in trouble before, he is now.
140.
He's going to have to find
Whitlock
one
81.
heck of a purple patch. That's fine.
31.
That's absolutely
Colin
fine.
161.
If Osborne takes out the 161, tip your cap and say, fine, let's make it 1-1. But with 50 left, he's got all the options in the world. Look at the bright side. Yes, you're not sitting on a double, but you still got options.
65. Louis
And he can
Sugar,
even do
50.
double 18 again if he wants. Well, this is where things get sticky. And
Game on
look
the
what's
second leg,
happened
Louis
next.
Gurney.
Fair play. The powers of
Third leg,
recovery
Colin,
rather
you through
strong there for
first.
Lewis
Game
Gurney. That
on.
could have so easily gone wrong for the Lancer. Well, he might be the Lancer, but in his present moment in time, Colin Osborne looks like a Prancer.
135.
Not going to plan so far for Cole.
85.
There are certain players that we've had here over the years who are unquestionable legends of the sport and of this place. But you never know when you've had your last weekly win. Or indeed your last
93.
progression to a Saturday. Colin never takes anything for granted. He never has because of some of the things he's been through in his darts career.
100.
But let me pose a question to you, Henry. You've got a great memory. We haven't seen Martin Adams for a long time, have we? But did we genuinely think the last time he was here that that would be the last
57.
time? We didn't. We didn't make a big song and dance about it. But boy, do we miss Wolfie in this place.
Yeah, last time we saw him here was on the
100.
28th of June, 2025 for the WSD Champion of Champions.
Get out. Get out. You can't remember that. That was nearly a
41.
year ago. How can you remember that? Right,
45.
officially, Henry Dick and his AI.
What, absolute imbecile.
Is that what I said?
You said AI.
Artificial intelligence. Does that make you feel better?
That's got a D at the start.
99.
Now you're talking like a politician. You know what I feel about politicians. Back to the darts.
97.
That is a good
Colin
switch.
Carr, 76.
Another chance for Colin to get off the mark, and you feel like the walls are closing in. Tops it is.
56.
Even his
Louis
favourite double is
Sugar,
not cooperating.
74.
Double top, this time for Lewis.
34. Colin Carr, 20.
Double 10 for Osborne to reduce the gap back down to 2-1.
And he's taking his time, and I don't blame him.
Game shown the
Yeah,
third
the
leg,
double 10
Colin
is found.
Osborne.
I could tell you that game. Martin Adams lost
Fourth leg, Louis Sugar
5-2
first.
to
Game
Neil
on.
Duff in the preliminary round of the 2025 WSD Bet Goodwin Champion of Champions. Averaged 70.59,
91.
had 180, 2 from 6 on his doubles, and a 110 checkout. You're disgusted, aren't you?
82.
That's very impressive.
100.
One thing's for sure, I'm never taking you on at Mastermind about this place. I thought I knew a fair bit about the Modus Super Series. I've been here since the start.
58.
So much so, I can tell you about every single camera in this place.
I'm not going down that angle. I'm just not
100.
doing it. I'm not going to bite.
He's got a severe dislike for me this evening because we've been watching darts in the break and he's rather sick of the fact that I'm just a nerd.
Oh, he is.
100.
Now he's got to attack that dart. And he's done a very, very
135.
good job. My word. Gurney's having a very good game here.
$82. Louis
He's averaging
Sugar,
just short
75.
of 93. That'll work.
Game shown
That
the
is
fourth
very
leg,
Lewis Gurney. It's 3-1. And genuinely, how many people do you
Fifth
know
leg,
on
Colin to third
75
first. Game
who
on.
do that? He turns around as if that's the normal thing to do. It is not normal. Everybody goes for treble 17
60.
on 75. Apart from him. I'm not against it. It's just a risky play.
One last
97.
nerdy one. Martin Adams threw the first competitive dart in this building on Saturday, the 3rd of December, 2022, in
89.
a 4-0 win against Diogo Portela of Brazil.
Yeah, but I bet you don't know where I was
100.
that night. Because I remember watching it.
You in your front room?
Not unless my front room was in Budapest, Hungary.
Ah, the Hungarian
100.
darts trophy. No, I don't know who won it that year.
2022. Joe Cullen.
58.
Nah.
It's a bit different. You were there.
Yes, Henry and I are having a nerd off.
100.
If these guys aren't careful tonight, they're going to be having tomorrow night off.
60. Colin your car 152.
Well, there's a 10-point disparity in the averages in Lewis Gurney's favour, between 91.16 in comparison to Colin Osborne's 81.97. However, he's got 6 Amir Osborne to make it 3-2, but may only need the 3 because he takes
Game
out the
shot on fifth leg, Colin
152.
Osborne.
His second big one of the night. He
Sixth
took out the
leg, Lewis to throw
1-2-1
first. Game on.
to get his only leg against Graham Usher, and now he's found a 152 to bring it back to 3-2. Gurney with the darts to see this game out. And have a look at that for a start.
180.
Filling up the bed with a max.
This game has caught fire. There were a couple of tons leading up to that 152 for Osborne.
58.
And that might have done something to Lewis Gurney. It might have given him the urgency that he needs to get across the line here.
41.
However, the 180 backed up by a 41.
You've got to get the one at some point, right?
Well, there is that.
Still trying to
84.
find the glasses half full.
$100.
That's a good score. Massive pressure on Osborne now, and he can't leave a finish from here. He's going to have to rely on Gurney needing 3 visits.
60.
The walls are beginning to close in on Colin Osborne now. Gurney
100.
planning in a treble to leave himself on a 2-darter.
I don't care what anybody says. Tons are good. Tons a great score. We might get carried away with 2 treble visits and 180s like Pete Hughes getting 6 maximums. But in
59.
spots like this, tons are
Lewis your
excellent.
car 80.
And because of the space and time he's got, he attacks the 16s.
48.
3 of them will leave himself the requisite double when he comes back.
Yeah, that's such a good player. He's impressed me tonight. Good tactics. The only thing missing
60. Lewis your car 32.
is the guillotine.
To bring the curtain down, has to find the bottom side.
16.
Just drifts on the inside. However, Osborne's still not in finishing range.
Yeah, just say to yourself in that spot that you threw 3 very positive shots. You didn't hit the target. But if you throw positively next time, you're likely to get double 8. And he might have to. Look who's creeping up on him
Lewis your car
again.
16.
Lewis Gurney being backed into a corner.
Game
Takes
shot
a
on the
pause
match,
and
Lewis
delivers
Gurney.
the match-winning double. And that will pretty much put pay to Colin Osborne's hopes of making it through to Saturday night. You can tell from his facial expression there that the Borough Wizard may not be joining his Australian counterpart. Lewis Gurney, a 4-2 winner. He's bolstered his hopes of making it through. Coming up next, intriguing battle this between Graham Usher and Pete Hughes. Welcome back. We are into game number 4 of the evening session. Before the break, we saw Lewis Gurney get to 4 legs before Colin Osborne, a 4-2 winner, which puts him on to 6 points, which backs Pete Hughes into a bit of a corner. He's now being forced to beat Graham Usher in this game to keep tabs and stay afloat. Usher wins this. He moves on to 8 points. 4 clear of Pete Hughes at the halfway point. Pete would only be able to get to a maximum of 8. He would almost be able to touch the finishing line. However, Pete Hughes in his previous game against Simon Whitlock averaged 102.81, hit 6 180s, was 4 for 5 on his finishing. And I suppose, me 55. Being the cynic that I am, the question is, can he back that performance up?
99.
I'm going to take a very educated guess that Pete has never had 6 180s in a best-of-7 game in his career. That was an extra special performance.
137.
If he can't back it up, though, boy, have we got a table on our hands. Whitlock would be on 8 points, and then he'd have
80.
3 players on 6 behind him. All of a sudden, he's in a real melee. There were many
94.
different situations that went through my mind before we started tonight. I didn't think it would be like this.
100.
Things are going to be very interesting for the next 60 minutes, so don't go anywhere. And before things start getting even more interesting,
45.
Let us remind you that Pete Hughes started in 5th. He was at the bottom
40.
of the table.
Peter Carr, 170.
And now he's on a charge.
Well, never had to take out the 170 if he did find the first
58.
2 trebles. Has control, however, still left himself on a free data.
83.
For him,
Peter Carr,
Usher's also done the
112.
same. You might be numerically on 99, but he still needs 3 darts to convert if Hughes can't find the 112. Now, he's going to persevere with the treble 20 and finds a way through brilliantly. Double 16.
80.
Well, that last dart deserved more
Carr,
after dart
99.
2.
I couldn't agree more with you. That really did deserve more.
59. Peter Carr,
At least
32.
he's coming back. He's getting a 7th visit. He doesn't need an 8th. Just about finds the corner. Things are going Pete's way tonight.
Game on.
Well, it's going anything bar Pete Tong right now for Pete Hughes.
100.
Played incredible in game 1, has a stodgy leg there, but still the same result, still the same outcome.
91.
I'm sure for our North American viewers, they don't know the word stodgy.
180.
What does stodgy mean to you? Because when they say it, it's like stodgy. What's stodgy?
Now,
60.
don't ask for my opinion. This is what the dictionary says, or what the internet says.
57.
Stodgy is a versatile adjective typically used to describe things that are dull, overly formal, or uncomfortably heavy. It is usually carrying a disapproving tone, but the meaning shifts slightly depending on whether you're talking about food, writing, or someone's personality. Oh, ball. Oh!
Getting shown the second leg, Graham Usher.
Yes! 164 for Graham Usher. He adds that to the 170 he's got this week.
Yeah, there's nothing stodgy about that. We're getting some big finishes in this group. 152 from Osborne. 2 biggies from Usher. If I may say so, Group B is not disappointing.
60.
Definitely not. And it feels like Pete Hughes is the epicenter of excellence tonight.
100.
Now that's a compliment.
41.
I think if anybody is close to Pete, they should write that down and tell him, because that is a genuine compliment to a human being. He's the epicenter of excellence.
41.
That is a great compliment. Well done, Henry.
Other motivational
60.
speeches are available at £40 a go. Have a look at this. Oh, superb.
He is rather flashy, isn't he?
When it's good, it's so good.
So good.
85.
So good.
Don't go any further before you have any thoughts. Stop right there.
You're the one
Henry's
who-
got this proclivity on Friday nights
96.
to dance and to sing along, and he's got to stop.
You're the one who started it.
I can't believe
45.
you're doing what you're doing. I'm just so glad you're not a player. Imagine how much you would annoy your opponents.
It's all right, I've just got you to annoy instead.
Oh, joy. My life
41.
is complete.
Put your car 130.
You won a major championship. Well, it depends if it's a major or not. Let's not get into that debate.
94.
What Hughes is doing right now is withstanding what Usher has got in his arsenal. But can he
171.
withstand
Put your
this
car
pressure?
36.
My word. They've thrown 18 darts each. It feels like so much less. Oh, double 16. This is 36 the naughty way. That's so naughty.
shot the
That is
third leg,
so
Pete Hughes.
naughty that Graham has got license to walk off the stage.
First. Game on.
This might be the best game I've ever seen involving a 77 and 89 average.
180.
Well, it's not 89 anymore in Graham Asher's case.
Yes, 95.
It's so much better than what numbers that we're looking at on our
60.
fruit machine look like.
$100.
Trying to predict this table is like trying to predict the British weather. It's impossible.
60.
Just got to take it one game at a time and see what happens next. Look at Graham in the background, that naughty 36.
81.
Nobody has ever used the word naughty and darts better than Mark Webster, by the way. And wasn't it great to see him back broadcasting last night at Birmingham Premier League? That was a good news story of the
59.
week.
Graham car 140.
Yeah, we all love Webby. One of the game's real good guys.
42.
Great personality and really good to see him back doing what he does best. Usher back for 98.
59.
He's got time on
Graham
his
car
side.
98.
This has been a real off leg for Pete Hughes, has to be said.
Double 12.
Game shot the fourth leg.
Usher.
Graham Usher.
Averaging 92 and 2 out of 2
Deflect
on the
Pete
doubles.
is through
He's
first.
now at
Game
2-2.
Sound like Richie Benner with that many twos.
$42. One of them, 40.
There are times you watch Graham and he's more like a blur because he plays that quick.
He's a blur, but with an oasis of excellence.
100.
So Graham is the oasis of excellence and Hughes is the epicenter of excellence.
44.
That's a lot of excellence.
It's nice to be talking positively.
I agree.
60.
What's it my mother used to say to me? If you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
One of them, 40.
And it is nice to talk up these players. And for Graham Usher, this is a really productive performance, and it is night and day compared to game one. Even though he did get over the line 4-1
77.
against Colin Osborne in that particular contest.
59.
And for the treble 19, there's leave himself an 80.
Considering the numbers that Graham's got, if he goes behind 3 legs to 2, he's going to be scratching his head so much he might get a burn.
18.
And he's not going to take that out. He will go to the back of the stage in about 4 seconds, possibly 6, and wait for Hughes to take
51.
this out. He will
Peter Carr,
expect
82.
this to be found. It might not be, because it's just very difficult from here. Now, if he'd done that, can you imagine
42.
the shaking of the head from
Peter Carr,
Graham?
67.
Anyway, time for 6-7. Double top.
Game show on the
6-7.
fifth leg, Graham Usher.
Oh, come on, Graham. You
Sixth
disappointed,
leg, Graham
pal.
through first. Game on.
What are you going to do next, the Macarena?
I can't do the Macarena. I forgot all the moves. I can't do the moves.
Yeah, 'cause
41.
it was out before you were born. Right in the corner, isn't that right, Graham? Just as good as the middle.
In is in.
43.
And everything has been in terms of doubling for Graham Usher. 3 from 3 in
83.
terms of checkouts in this contest. Leading 3-2 and 2 within a leg now of heading to the halfway point for the night, having won both of his games.
One of them, 40.
He just seems a little bit rougher around the edges in this game compared to the game against
96.
Simon Whitlock.
$58.
Big score here. He'll be a big favourite. I'm not sure he should have stayed up there. He should have switched on dart 2.
Tend to agree with you, Nico. Well, Pete Hughes had 6 180s in his opening game. Looks like he saved it all for that match against
100.
Whitlock without one in this particular contest. Usher, with a couple of big trebles,
95.
will put himself
Peter Carr, 160.
to within touching distance of the finishing line. 126 is okay, but there's still work to do.
Don't look, Graham. Now he can look.
84.
He's about 5 seconds away
Peter
from
Carr,
winning this match if he can find
126.
419s in bolt.
Good guy for the treble. Gets it. Bullseye.
101.
And it would have been for 4
Carr,
out of 4
76.
on the outer ring.
My word, that was close. Big shot this for Hughes. He's chasing in the table. He needs it. He doesn't get it.
56. Graham Carr,
And Usher can
25.
put him in trouble in this table.
Can put him to bed here. And puts him
He's
to
on the
bed
match,
he
Graham
does. He only missed 1 dart at a double in the entirety of that contest, Graham Usher. And that was at the bullseye to win it with a 1-2-6. Took out the 1-6-4, and he takes out Pete Hughes by a 4-2 scoreline. And he is edging closer now to another Saturday night appearance. Welcome back. Before the break, we saw Graham Usher take out this 164 on the ball. That en route to a 4-2 success against Pete Hughes. That is win number 2 for the Gambler this evening. And we head now to the halfway point of the evening's Dartathon. And it is Gurney and Whitlock on the hockey. Although it is Lewis who is the Gurney being represented in this contest. And if he wins this game, then we have, we've got a stalemate at the top. 3 players all tied on 8 points at the top of the table. Going into the second half of the evening's action. Wonder how this one's going to play out, Nico.
Yeah, you need to hold onto that before you throw it, Simon.
First leg, Lewis to throw first. Game on.
Looks like he's feeling quite relaxed on the stage right now, but he's still under a bit of pressure. He's only leading the table now by leg difference. And if Pete Hughes has got ambitions of making the top 3 by the end of the night, he could really use Whitlock winning this game. Simply put,
58.
If Gurney wins and gets to 8 points and makes it 3 players on 8 points, Pete Hughes is 4 points behind with 2 rounds to go, and that is
59.
less than ideal.
That
was close to ideal. I quite like the switch on the 19s there. Think about it for a second. That's a great maximum from Gurney, but the point I was going to make about what Whitlock did from 4-4-3, he's looking for 7 19s or more.
59.
If he gets the 7, he leaves 3-10. Then he can go back upstairs, stay straight to leave the 170 or better finish.
96.
That's just good tactics.
There is a rhyme and a reason towards everything when it comes to this man. That is begging to be filled.
121. Lewis Ucar, 109.
109 for Gurney. Number 19, unable to find.
57.
Well,
Simon
Whitlock
Ucar, 146.
Had a 1-2-8. That was as good as it got in the finishing department for him yesterday. Rather uncharacteristically. Famed for his big finishes. He's not going to find the 146 here.
56.
Yeah, famously he did find that finish at the European Championship quite a few years ago. But Gurney's turned up tonight. Really good to see. All the headlines were about Whitlock, about the possibility of an Osborne flash of brilliance to get himself in the top 3 by the end, but he's shown up. He's causing problems for his opponents. He's already taken out Osborne by 4 legs to 2.
Just to prove Simon Whitlock's longevity in this sport, when he made the World Championship
57.
final in 2010, Mitchell Lorry wasn't even born. The WDF World #1.
59.
That's not hard. He's only 15.
I know, but it's just showing how long Simon has been at the top echelons of this game for.
58.
All right, you want to play this game?
Come on then, Nico, let's do it.
Right, let's play the longevity game. When Richie Burnett was playing for Wales for the first time, I was still in first school.
56.
I'd not even gone to middle school yet.
When Richie Burnett first played for Wales, Margaret Thatcher was the Prime Minister. Bobby Robson was the England manager.
96.
And Everton were winning league titles.
Rick Astley was just about telling the world that he wasn't going to give up on
100.
something.
Simon Ucar, 70.
And Carly and Jason are thinking about getting married on Neighbours. Anyway, 70 for Whitlock.
Double 16.
Game show the
Right
second
on
leg, Simon
cue.
Whitlock.
As soon as Henry mentions Kylie and Jason,
Third leg,
he
Lewis
takes
to
out
first.
70
Game on.
for his own Aussie cause.
Well, there's not been many broken darts in this game.
55.
How do you know that stuff? You weren't even born till 2000. Where did you spend your days when you were at university? You spend your nights just studying popular culture that happened before you were born.
Should have a PhD in it.
Don't get me wrong. I like Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. I don't know much about them because they were married before I was born. You're a strange animal, Henry Deacon.
However, I couldn't name one thing in the charts now.
134.
Nobody can.
Because it's all a load of rubbish.
Such a granddad.
Have you seen how I'm dressed?
97.
You don't do yourselves any favours anytime soon, honestly. Your walk-on song will be Grandad by Clive Dunn.
133.
From Dad's Army.
Yes. I can't believe you knew that. That was before I was born. I'm 47. I'm 20 years older than you.
Simon Carr, 150.
Go on, give us the vintage, Whitlock. Come on, you want to do it. You want to do it. He doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to do it. Yeah.
Pragmatism won the day. Gurney needs the one treble here to put himself 2-1 to the good off the back of the 114.
114.
Triple 18. Well, that.
40.
Fair few inches
Simon
off.
Carr, 110.
And so we're looking at a similar situation with the 110.
He's going down under. And he's going north.
70. Lewis
That
Carr,
one
74.
was way past Darwin.
It was close to Charles Darwin.
58.
But is
Simon
that
Carr,
a
40.
bona fide chance missed for Lewis Gurney?
He really is quick, isn't he?
Deceptively quick.
That's
Game
very
shot
good.
The third leg, Simon Whitlock.
He's dodged a
Fourth
few
leg,
bullets in
Simon
this
is
one,
in
but he has
first.
taken the lead now. Can he use it effectively?
Okay, one final before you were born factoid.
Who, you or me?
You.
Or Simon?
Everybody, I think, in this building.
140.
The reason why Everton walk on to the theme song from Z Cars is because
140.
the cast of that show went onto the middle of the pitch at Goodison Park to promote the fact the programme would be on BBC One. And that's why they play the theme before they play. And actually, because it was in black and white, the police cars were
131.
actually yellow.
$140.
Bet you're an absolute riot at parties.
Don't get invited to any, as you can tell.
He'd probably walk up to someone. Do you know why the cracker was invented?
60.
And when? And where?
$121. Simon Carr, 170.
Well, we've had one in the group. And we've had big finishes tonight. How about another? He's kept us waiting. Come on, Simon. It's about time. In your own time. Bull.
145.
My word, did he
Lewis
scare
Carr,
that.
100.
I almost needed a drum roll for it. Chance, double 19.
81.
He's had chances in
Simon
this
Carr,
game.
25.
He's had 4 darts at double, but he could have won 3 of the 4 legs.
Double A. 3-1
Game shot the
Whitlock.
fourth leg, Simon Whitlock.
He manoeuvres himself to clear.
Fifth leg, Lewis to throw first. Game on.
14 darter to put himself in one of qualification.
I think manoeuvres is an excellent word for this game.
55.
Because this game feels like a slalom. Very much going inside, outside, inside, outside. Because this has not been smooth passage. This is not downhill skiing for Simon.
45.
This is tumultuous stuff. But one more leg and he is going to be in Saturday night. And this is going to be a Saturday night that everybody's going to
140.
remember, I think. Henry Coates, Aidan Kirk, Whitlock, Richard McKee, and a sold-out live lounge.
43.
Honestly, Lewis Gurney, if he qualifies tonight, they're going to have to make an extension overnight.
114.
Yeah, we're not even going to bother showing the ticket QR code because you can't come.
There's going to be a poster at the front door of Henry's face saying, "You can't
59.
come in." That's just the way it is.
Not tonight, mate.
134.
Oh, it's lovely darts from Gurney. Not the first time there's been a bogey number in this game, but that's what you do with a bogey number. You absolutely crush it.
Well, the thing was,
39.
there's such a gap in
Lose
the
your car,
leg that the fact
32.
he had a bogey number was surplus to requirements anyway. It was all about setting up. Setting up this double.
No score.
This is one of the problems he has because of the angle of entry and because he throws across himself. If the first dart goes in on the outside, he just gives himself a lot of work to do.
59. Lose your car, 32.
He's got time on his side. Just needs another one of those.
He's a floater.
16.
Well, that is even more frustrating because he's hit the double he wants, but then he doesn't hit the double that he needs.
And in fairness, both attempts at double eight when he needed double eight were fairly good. But now he's going to have to take
Lose your car,
it
16.
because Whitlock is looking at 76 for qualification
James
if that
Shorter, fifth
did
leg,
not
Lewis
go.
Gurney.
And so Whitlock will have a
Six leg
chance with
Simon
the
to
darts
do
in his
first.
hand
Game on.
to send himself through to tomorrow night's final.
16 180s tonight, Henry. This is game 5. 16 from 5 games, and the 5th one isn't even complete yet.
100.
When you're averaging 3 plus 180s a game, that's the sign of a quality night. And there's another one.
180.
You're joking me. Not another one? That was another one.
91.
You love a political meme, don't you? You might not want to dip your toe in
60.
the water of politics at the minute.
No. Probably best not to. Studied it. That's all I'm going to say.
Well,
56.
that is a really bold play from Simon because he believes he couldn't get a 140 up top. He tried to get more points downstairs.
125.
He's going to need something big here. Something akin to what Gurney's just found. He wanted more than
100.
that. After the first start,
136.
a ton is not what he wanted.
The 136 not got. However, he's going to leave himself on a
96.
double unless Simon Whitlock can seal his qualification with a 154 checkout. And he could. Stayed there to lead double 17.
I just wonder if...
114.
Hit it to leave something instead.
Getting shown the 6 leg Lewis Gurney.
This game has been a little bit of everything.
First. Game on.
Both averaging around 90. 4 180s. A little bit of fluctuation in the doubles.
60.
What is it about Whitlock versus Gurney that seems to work?
$40.
Turns out it really was so good. So good. So good. Now, I am inclined to
85.
say that if Simon Whitlock wins this leg, he'll win his passage through to tomorrow night's final. He hasn't had a match-winning opportunity yet. Is he going to get a match-winning opportunity? Gurney's done really well
80.
to keep him at bay so far. And he does have the darts, does the Lancer in this last leg. And if he wins, then 3 players to be tied on 8 points. Now,
60.
for Simon, because he had such a big advantage in terms of the legs difference, to a certain extent, it's not effective.
96.
He would still be very much firmly in control. However, things are just beginning to get a bit tighter
60.
than perhaps he would have wanted.
You just get the feeling that if someone can find a max here, it could be the most crucial one of the match. And I mean anywhere around the board.
133.
He could have had a max on the 19s. And he has the option of using the 19s again on 152 if he so
100.
wishes. Seen him do it before.
152.
Here he goes. And again. He was looking to leave double 19.
96. Lewis Carl,
One of the
136.
most creative players the circus ever seen. And he's now going to get an opportunity to cross the threshold,
45.
to qualify through.
Samuel Carr, 56.
Lewis Gurney has kept him at bay as much as he possibly could. But there's the opportunity for Simon Whitlock.
Game
The
show
Wizard
match,
will
Samuel
waltz
Whitlock.
into Saturday night. Simon Whitlock has qualified through once again to a Super Series Saturday. He won the Seniors Showdown at the turn of the year, and he is looking for a first weekly title. He got the better of Lewis Gurney by 4 legs to 3 to seal his qualification through, and now he can look on and see who's going to join him. Next up, Pete Hughes against Colin Osborne. Five goes down on this Friday night here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. And this is what we've seen so far. Graham Usher won the opening game by 4 legs to 1 against Colin Osborne. Don't know why he was apologising. Game 2 was a cracker. Pete Hughes beat Simon Whitlock 4-3, average of 102.81. 6 180s in there. So he got the better of the Wizard. Lewis Gurney beat Colin Osborne by 4 legs to 2 in match 3 of the session. Game 4 saw Graham Usher beat Pete Hughes by 4 legs to 2. And before the break, Simon Whitlock sealed his qualification, courtesy of a 4-3 success against Lewis Gurney. So he is through to tomorrow night's final. It was always seemingly a case of when rather than if. He moves on to 10 points, and he has sealed his passage through to Saturday night's finale. Right, let's move on to game 6 of our night, as Colin Osborne and Pete Hughes go head to head. Now, for Pete, if he wins this, then he will move on to 6 points in the table. Although, if he's to leapfrog Lewis Gurney, he does have to win every single leg in this match against Colin Osborne, who would officially be eliminated with defeat here. Although, I think the likelihood of Colin Osborne qualifying from this position is as likely as me winning the lottery tonight.
Especially when the draw's already been done.
Yes, and I didn't
Let's
enter.
say Colin to through first.
So, kind of unlikely.
Game
then.
on.
Very, very, very unlikely.
But things are going to be very intricate over the next couple of matches. People have got ideal scenarios, but you have to take care of your own business first.
30.
In the case of Hughes, he's got to win his game. And then, what is the ideal result for him in the next one?
140.
Usher.
Yeah, Usher beating Gurney.
Because
Decreasing his leg difference, keeping him at 6. And then that gives Hughes the chance against Gurney in game number 9. Because when they play each other, that could be a shootout.
control your own fate as much as you possibly can. Simplistic as that. Keeping it simple, that's usually the key. He piles in a max, is 7 for the evening.
Fancy a bit of movie trivia?
Oh, enlighten me, Nico.
So if I give you this quote,
140.
I want you to tell me what film it's from.
I'll
It's
be
ba-
useless, but
it's
hey ho.
It's based on what you just said. No fate, but what we make for ourselves.
Oh, I know this one. Is it The Great Expectations?
30.
No.
Terminator 2?
You got someone in your ear. How can you go from
100.
Great Expectations to Terminator
151.
2? Seriously. There's no train in the world that can go from that to that.
I don't know. It was about trains, to be honest.
55.
My
Follow your
director's
car,
going to get
91.
it in a minute. 91 for Osborne.
He's not looking at 34, but he is looking at 32.
75. Put your car 96.
Now what's he doing? Well, he did the thing that you
56.
shouldn't probably
Follow your
do.
car 16.
And going for the one block bed on the board. He should have gone for treble 12, double 18, or something else,
Getting shot
because
the
it
first
has
leg,
cost him the
Colin
leg now.
Osborne.
Osborne
Second leg Pete to throw first.
draws first
Game
blood.
on.
What was it from anyway? What was the film?
Terminator 2.
Oh, was it actually Terminator 2? Oh, right, okay.
You know it was because somebody was telling you in your ear.
Yeah, but somebody in my ear
54.
also told me Great Expectations.
$96.
I think my talkback system may have to be turned off for the rest of the night now.
Yeah, I think Osborne, his expectations are not as great as they
137.
were about 26 hours ago. That little flick of the eyebrows there as if to say, yeah, I've still got 2 games left. I'm still going to go out there and give my best.
100.
This is one of those weeks where I've come up short.
Well,
60.
I think what we're waiting for from Colin is
55.
a new lease of form. It seems like he's been on this kind of level for a good couple of years, where he's been competitive and he's been doing good stuff.
60.
What he might be looking for is just that little spurt where he might go to an ADC event and pick up a title. Or he might have a deep run somewhere that gets everybody's attention.
134.
And then he comes here shortly after and keeps that form moving. He's a mainstay of this place for a good reason, because he's a great professional. Or a great semi-pro these days.
130. Coming
Just get the feeling that a purple patch is maybe needed by the veteran.
Triple 17 for the bull.
38.
What's it they say in boxing?
Peter
The
Carr,
last thing a
60.
fighter loses the ability to do is to punch. But the problem is, it feels like the speed and reactions of Osborne aren't quite as they were once before.
Getting shot the
And
second
Pete
leg,
Hughes hits him with a 60 checkout
Third
to
leg, Colin,
square
deserve
the
first.
game up
Game
at
on.
1 apiece.
How long has Pete Hughes been playing for Sheffield Wednesday, by the way?
Well, there's a bit of a difference, because Pete Hughes, unlike Sheffield Wednesday, has points on a
60.
league table.
I was just making a remark about his shirt. I didn't want to go down the road of disparaging the Owls.
Well, you better not be disparaging any hours next week, because
123.
Richie Howson's here. And I'm sure the RSPCA would have a couple of words to say about disparaging owls.
One of the best creatures on this planet, the owl.
Nocturnal
they are.
140.
They can spin their neck 360 degrees, can't they?
Indeed, they can.
100.
In our sport, there's only one owl, and that's Richie Howson. One of the nicest people in the world.
Yeah, a man of many, many talents.
45.
Whether it be darts, snooker, artistry, fishing.
Yeah, but he can't do yo-yo like Colin.
96.
Need to see him do that. I've never seen him yo-yo, but apparently he was one of the best in the country. Somebody get him a vintage Pepsi yo-yo from back in the late 80s, early 90s, and I want to see him flaunt it.
Now,
26.
excuse my ignorance here. What makes someone good at the yo-yo?
Trick shots.
What, on a yo-yo?
Yeah, you can make the cradle, and you can do all sorts of things with drops and spins and things like this. Have you not seen competitive yo-yoing?
130.
I was born in 2000, no.
Well, there's a sport that Henry Deacon doesn't know anything about.
More of a slinky man when I was younger. Anyway, Hughes looking at 52 to
55.
break the forward lead
Peter Carr,
2-1.
52.
Double top it is.
Getting shot on
Into the
third leg,
top
Pete
corner.
Hughes.
14 dart break for Pete Hughes to put himself
Fourth leg,
2-1
Peter
to the
through
good.
first.
And he now has full charge of this contest. A
Game on.
contest, if he wins, would eliminate Osborne, would put him on to 6 points, and would force the issue of Lewis Gurney in his next game against Graham Usher. A game that if the gambler was to
134.
win, he would seal his qualification through to Saturday night's final. They're the checkout successes for both players in this game. 1 from 2 for Osborne, 2 from 2 for Hughes.
100.
Yeah, the wizard these days is looking more like a professor, isn't he? Bespectacled these days. Nothing
60.
wrong with that.
I think they suit him.
I tell you what,
96.
I've got to get some insight into his skin regime, because over the last 16, 17 years, he's barely aged. He's aged like a fine wine.
95.
Some people, when they get into their 50s, they start to look weathered. Not this guy. Still full of beans, full of energy. And I'd like to know how.
Well, I'm sure a bit of time in the reef has certainly helped.
Oh, that's what it is. Vitamin D.
140.
Oh, yes. And he is one of the most glass half full people you'll ever wish to meet, Colin.
Yeah. I'm starting to figure this out now. Maybe
46.
I'm vitamin D
Peter
deficient.
Carr, 72.
I've got the tan of a bottle of milk.
72 for Hughes. Sixham here to go 3-1 up. To put himself a leg away. Double top.
52.
Just drops underneath.
He's not happy with that dart. It was drastically under target.
Well, he's averaging just under 96 here, is Pete. He's averaging that, but it doesn't feel too good, does it?
That's a compliment. When it doesn't look that good, but it is that good,
26.
we know that levels
Peter Carr,
can be
20.
found. But what needs to be found here is double 10.
Double 10.
Gain on the
3-1.
fourth leg, Hughes.
The epicentre of excellence is at it again.
Why do I get the
Looks like
feeling if
Colin
this guy
deserves
makes
first.
Saturday night,
Game
he's going to
on.
be dangerous?
We've seen this script before, haven't we?
Yeah, Adam Paxton.
Oh, yes, Pac-Man. PDC tour card holder.
100. $95. $43.
Here's a question for you.
Go on, mate.
You know how the World Championship is still at Ali Pali and the audience is going to get bigger from the end of 2026? And the field is bigger these
97.
days. Do you think that maybe Colin Osborne will get to one last World Championship?
Probably the best route
80.
is going to be through the PDPA qualifier. Because there is one now, a UK and Ireland qualifier, you can just turn up playing.
I agree. That's where David Davies qualified last year, and he did so well.
95.
He had a bit of a tan when he went onto that stage. He'd just come off a cruise. But I think if Osborne were to make one last appearance at the Palace,
62.
that would be a very popular walk-on.
Yeah, the new improved stage at Ali Pali.
A lot of people really like nostalgia in this sport.
32.
And there's an opening for that with the new qualification criteria. I would like to think that most people will get that final World Championship. It's not to say goodbye, it's just to say hello one more
140.
time.
Well, imagine if Steve Beaton came through that qualifier. It's conceivable.
Of course it is. What is also conceivable
58.
is that if
Common car
Osborne does not
76.
hit this, he could lose.
It might be must hit.
56.
Tops has not got
Peter Carr,
a
124.
campaign in which really he's not got going. May well, mathematically at least, come to an end. If Hughes can find the ball to
Game
win
shot
it
on the mark
with a
for
1-2-4 checkout. Saving his best finish for the very last. It was another really good display. Average of around 92.5, 4 from 5 on his doubles. And that mathematically eliminates Colin Osborne from contention. And now it makes this table look watertight. Lewis Gurney takes on Graham Usher in a huge game after the break. Before the break, Pete Hughes got the better of Colin Osborne by 4-1. The deal being sealed with this 1-2-4 checkout on the bullseye, that eliminating Colin Osborne from the competition. Now, the win here, Graham Usher qualifies himself through to Saturday night's final. He takes on Gurney in what is game 7 of the evening's action. 4 more games to go on this Friday evening. For Usher, compare and contrast, upturn in terms of 11 points on his average from match 1 to match 2. 2 wins from 2 tonight. Has put himself in a position where he is on the cusp. However, Gurney, in his previous game against Simon Whitlock, trailed 3-1, pulled it back to a last leg decider, 100. And then let it slip in the last leg decider against Simon. And if he doesn't make it through tonight, I think that might be the game he looks back on and the opportunity film that may have been missed.
Yeah, I've got to agree with that 43. At this stage. But he's still got 2 games to go, and we don't know what's going to happen in those 2 games.
100.
But the chances he had against Whitlock, it was 1 dart here, it was 1 dart there.
180.
But they were still doable. And for an international player, if you give them 1 dart a double or 2 darts a double, they expect to get maybe 2 of the 3 chances that they get. That wasn't the case.
123.
Which is why a hit back against Usher would feel sweeter.
2 singles leaves the double. The double moves inside. 55. And so Usher here looking at 55 to lead this game 1-0. Double top into the corner. 14 dart breaker throw for Scarborough's ace of spades.
140.
Somebody's starting to warm up as the night goes on again. Happened last night. Just wonder if Gurney is getting Usher at the wrong time.
And the thing is, if this is what's going to happen tomorrow, there might be an air of ominimity about
100.
it.
$100.
Why do I get the feeling that Gurney lives every dart? There's a lot of emotion with every visit.
22.
Very active player, isn't he?
Every dart. One of the things about being a player like that is it does use up energy. You've almost got to have this, let's say, fair attitude.
81.
Maybe a bit more like Graham the way he's playing. You hit a 1-2-1, you get on with it. You hit 26, you move on.
82.
You've got to use up less energy for everything you need.
Well, so far, this game has been anti-stodge.
85. Lewis Carr, 58.
It's been absolutely excellent. For a second 14 dart and as many legs.
18.
Oh, no.
Lewis Carr, 73.
That chance could be punished. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt a lot. That is a leg that Gurney was owning.
Game on.
And he's walked away penniless.
100.
As a result, that first visit, that was out of rhythm. It wasn't impetuous at all. It was just not as rigid as it was before. You've got a decision to make when you lose a leg like that. You can be defiant or you can be defeated. It's simple philosophy. Which one do you want to be? Do you want to be defiant or defeated? Time to be defiant.
121.
To be fair to him, he is showing defiance.
Oh, it's one thing you cannot question is this young man's character and resolve.
91.
There's a lot of players around his age that will kick the bucket if things don't go well.
One of them 40. Graham McCall 150.
But his temperament is absolutely spot on. And this performance so far has been spot on. The problem has been up to now, Graham Usher has just had his
110.
number, but top left
McCall
after 12
40.
on throw.
Oh no, oh no.
8. Graham McCall
Seriously.
40.
Look at Usher. Straight in there, and he
Game
gets it
shot
with
the
the
third
third
leg,
dart,
Graham
and
Usher.
Gurney will be crestfallen.
Fourth leg, Graham to throw first. Game on.
So bad that he doesn't even want to look at Graham. This is a hurtful
60.
fixture.
And the problem is we're going to be getting to the stage of the night where game 9 is going to be a straight shootout between Hughes and
24.
Gurney if Usher wins this match.
$42.
He's going to have to try and recover the situation in that game if he's to lose this. Knockout darts might
100.
begin rather quickly. Because Usher's closing in.
Do you know what?
41.
He won't be thinking about it right now, but he could turn his emotions around really quickly when he gets back to the practice room. If he's defeated 4-0 or 4-1,
140.
whatever it is, he might even win by 4 legs to 3. Who knows?
60.
But there is a bright side. And that bright side is this.
43.
1 game left. Hughes against Gurney, winner takes all. It could be worse.
One of them
It could be a lot
40.
worse. He might have to win by a margin. He wouldn't have to.
It's the easiest permutation. The easiest
44.
permutation is playing a
Graham McCall,
fixture you're so used to.
158.
Knockout. 158. Not on the cards. How handy can he leave it?
94.
That's handy.
Louis Chicago 150.
And he's going to get a dart to send himself through.
If Usher wins this game 4-0, it's probably the harshest 4-0 I've seen here in this
82.
series.
Graham McCall 64.
He's done everything right in this game. And now he's at qualification point.
24.
And a dart to head
Chicago,
through has
68.
been missed.
More defiance needed.
28. Graham McCall 40.
It seems academic now.
Game
It
shot
is
of
all
Mark Graham
over.
Usher.
And it is qualification for Graham Usher. He beats Lewis Gurney by 4 legs to 0 to send himself through into Saturday night's final. It's a 4-1 success for Scarborough's main man. Coming up on the other side of this short break, we're going to be watching 2 wizards. Wizardry in motion. Join us after the break. Game 8. Two Wizards, Simon Whitlock and Colin Osborne, going head-to-head before the break. Graham Usher got the better of Lewis Gurney by 4-0, averaging 88.41. 2 180s, 4 from 7 on his checkouts. So, one Wizard will be in, one Wizard will be out. That is what we know for certain. Simon Whitlock qualified through with rather considerable ease. He won all 4 matches
First leg, Simon is through
yesterday
first.
evening. He actually plays 2 of the last 3
Game on.
tonight. We'll take on Graham Usher in the final game. Now that an irrelevance because Usher is also through. He sealed that qualification before the break with that 4-0 win against Gurney. And so it means that
42.
Lewis's game against Pete Hughes in game number 9 of the session is going to be a straight shootout to see who the final player through to tomorrow night's final
45.
is going to be. So for these 2 games that Simon plays towards the end of the night, we can kick back, relax, and hopefully see the
134.
Wizard at his mesmeric best.
Yeah, but which one?
Well, in this case, let's hope both.
We did touch on this last night.
58.
Or should I say, on Thursday night, when they played their first game. There's big
43.
motivation for Colin when playing Simon this week. Because from all of the data that we have, Colin has not defeated Simon for 16 years.
100.
And that is a long time, right? I honestly can't remember going through so many head-to-head records over the last
58.
14 years of my commentary career thinking, oh, he hasn't beaten him for 16 years. I've seen 6, 7, 8, 9 years, but not 16. I mean, that's a little bit ridiculous.
41.
It's not as if they haven't been playing each other over the course of the last 16 years as well. There's been plenty of meetings.
To put it into context, the last time Colin
40.
Osborne beat Simon Whitlock, the year was 2010, and the Vuvuzelas were in thing at the World Cup in South Africa.
Thank you for bringing up that wonderful memory.
Oh, it was ghastly, wasn't it?
108. Simon got 84.
Good pressure applied by Osborne. Another 180 to go in the ledger for tonight. There's been plenty. Now what do you want to do? How about 33 tops? Well, that's the weirdest deflection we've had all week. That was proper weird.
Weirdest deflection for many a week, let alone
32.
this.
I'm not even sure what he was going
Colin
for.
got 77.
Well, whatever he went for, he's allowed Osborne back to the board here. But he's missed the big number and he's missed the big chance. And even a man with
37.
the most
Simon
half-filled
Carr,
of cups
52.
is just beginning to brim to the boil. So Whitlock here, double 16.
Game show the first
No
leg,
mistake.
Simon Whitlock.
1-0 to the Wizard.
Second leg, Colin did through first.
Yes, doubles
Game
have
on.
been really good tonight. 3 from 9 in that defeat to Pete Hughes. Let's face it, there's no shame in losing to someone who did what he did in that match. But then the recovery
100.
effort against Lewis Gurney, 4 from 8. Very good.
$93.
Whoever does win this group will be in the same group as the person who finishes 3rd, which is going to be either Hughes or Gurney.
137.
Come Saturday night, the groups are based on league position in the groups that you played in. So the first game on Saturday night is always
58.
fronted by the Group A winner, which this week is Henry Coates.
Who I can tell you is absolutely loving life right now. Bumped into him early on this evening and he's been enjoying 2 days just chilled out doing,
28.
in his own words, nothing. Oh, how nice a feeling that would be.
Do young people know how to do nothing these days? Do they know what nothing is?
83.
Wow, look at that for a deflection. Even he was surprised.
Peace and serenity comes in different ways.
60.
For me, it's doing the washing up.
What is it Bruce Lee used to say? Standing still and doing nothing are two very different things.
Yes.
59.
This could be good. It could be great.
100.
Good will have to suffice.
Osborne 76 to level up at 1-1.
When we were coming into this time slot
81.
last night,
Coming
Whitlock
across
started to
76.
tire. It might happen again.
Luckily, he did the job early on. The
Gage
problem
on
is
the
he's got to
second
play
leg,
2 of the
coming
last
off
3. Osborne levels
Third
up at
leg
1
Simon to throw
apiece.
first.
Although the
Game
good
on.
news is going into tomorrow night, we start a bit earlier, 7:30, and the last dial going around 11 o'clock. So you won't have to worry about
134.
post-midnight finishes. Heading into the wee hours.
$95.
I think there's a lot of people over the next few months are going to get used to being up at this time
58.
in the time zone that we're in because of the World Cup.
Oh, don't. Oh, no, don't remind me, Nico.
It's not just you,
28.
but everybody who wants to watch a lot of football this summer, and they will want to keep up with their darts as well. There's going to be a lot of multi-screening going on this summer. And we're not going to
83.
begrudge you it because a World Cup year only comes around every 4 years. It's going to be a bit of an occasion.
Yes, there's going to be some very interesting games, such as Algeria against Austria at 3 a.m, Egypt
60.
against Iran at 4 a.m, Bosnia and Herzegovina against Qatar in the late hours, Tunisia against Japan at 5
56.
a.m,
Yeah, I might give that a swerve.
Ghana against Panama, Turkey v
Yeah,
Paraguay,
I can't wait for that one.
Ecuador against Curacao.
85.
That is
Simon
in my
Accar,
diary.
170.
An absolute must-see.
And the best one, Sweden v Tunisia at 3 a.m. Anyway, 170. Is that in? It's in! It's in!
Game shot on
Oh,
the
that
third
is
leg,
in!
Simon Whitlock.
That very much is in! And
Fourth leg,
that
Colin to
is
throw
the second
first.
170
Game on.
we've seen in this group. And that is the Whitlock trademark.
It used to be. Maybe it's back. Look what he did with the second dart. He actually propped it up. It flattened out a
100.
little bit. The second one goes in and props it up. Incredible dart behaviour.
140.
Look at this. He propped it up. Insane dart.
$140.
Well, fish are friends, and it is for Whitlock there.
I have actually been fishing with Simon once. It was a very good trip.
121.
Went with Simon. Went with Stephen Bunting. Michael Van Gerwen, Adrian Lewis. George Noble. Chris Murphy. He didn't do much fishing.
91.
That was a really cool trip. Just off Perth. There were some very big fish caught.
50.
And the one
Colin
person who
Accar,
caught the biggest,
170.
Adrian Lewis. He's had a rather good night, hasn't he?
Yeah, don't talk about the fishing trip, Nico. Yes, Sadie Lewis hit a 9-darter in Stevenage tonight.
58.
Gave it the big licks, as he should. Beat Bunty, Stephen Bunting.
He's still got it, you know. There are rumours that Adrian
100.
might
Colin Accar,
try
112.
Q school again.
I can't see that happening, I've got to be honest with you.
I'm not sure about it either. It's just rumours. Now, Whitlock, who's already got a bull finish, he had a bit of a look in his eye just there, as if to say,
45.
oh, hello, this
Simon
bull's
Accar,
might be
90.
calling my name again. Nice high single. And another bull.
57. Conley
Well, he found the big
67.
fish, but he cannot find the cardboard box. Well, I've already seen a 6-7 tonight. Double 10.
47. Sam
We're going to
Nakar,
see more
53.
6-7s than a failed TikTok account. Double 16. 3-1
Gage on the
Whitlock.
fourth
Look
leg,
at
Simon
that.
Whitlock.
Look at that dart. My word.
like
It just
Simon just
sails
reversed.
past the
Game
blocker
on.
and just says, hi, I'm going here. Do you want to come in? Well, sorry, but there's no more room. 3-1 it is. And this ridiculous run that Whitlock has
60.
on Colin Osborne might just be continuing. Look at this. Straight past. Just waves on the way by.
47.
I
93.
really hope this isn't the last meeting that they ever have. But you never know when your last meeting against someone might be.
You never know when it's going to be your farewell.
140.
Treat every game like it's the last you have against a certain person.
It's how we should treat life. It's how we should treat life. You never know when anything's going to
96.
come to an end.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Henry, I wish I had one more game with Gary Anderson. Just one. I had my fair battles with these two
121.
over the years. I treasure every single one of them. Just fortunate to play along these guys. Greats of the game.
100.
They're still doing it. And Whitlock might be doing something that Osborne did earlier on. He found a 1-5-2
60.
when he was losing to
Sam
Gurney
Nakar,
4 legs to 2
152.
earlier on in game 3.
152. Just clips high. This time the bump didn't help.
136.
However, he's left
Conley
himself on
Nakar,
double 8.
133.
Should Osborne not pull a rabbit out the hat. There will be no magic tricks for him to finish off.
76.
Well, this
Sam
could
Nakar,
be
16.
the last spell for Whitlock. Bippity boppity boo. I'll get rid of you.
Gage on the match. Simon
Just a
Whitlock.
really good display from Whitlock. It was steady from start to finish. And Osborne's campaign in week number 3 is over. He will finish at the bottom of the table on 2 points, but Whitlock has still got a game to go and he could still finish in P1. Story of the round. Oh, this would be so ironic.
Game
Oh
shot on the
my
full flag,
word.
yellow flag.
Where has he plucked that from?
Oh, he's already had one ton plus checkout. And he's going to win it with another stunner. It's Archie Self.
Archie Self.
He's so proud of himself.
Great dart for the bullseye. Yes,
Game
what
shot
a
on the
start
first
from
leg,
Gemma
Gemma
Hayter. Opens the door ajar for Richie House, and can he back up that score of 100 and a 140? This could be your answer. That's absolutely beautiful.
Richie House.
What a shot.
Well, be relieved that that third dart did sneak into the single 20. Killington, as you do. Oh, this is getting ridiculous.
He could have. He could have.
Game
Oh,
shot.
he has.
And
What a
match.
shot.
Willie Baller.
So this is what next week looks like. Group A, we're going to see Richie House looking to get his first weekly win here. Group B is stacked with the likes of Kurt Parry, Gemma Hayter and Archie Self in there. Group C, we've got former weekly winner Peter Jakes amongst the mix. That's Monday morning from 9:30 a.m. But let's forget about that, because we've got a shootout on our hands here in game number 9 of the night. The meeting between Lewis Gurney and Pete Hughes will dictate who the final player through to tomorrow night's final is going to be. For Pete on debut, he has played some superb stuff this week. However, everything that's happened before for him and Lewis Gurney as well goes out the window. Simple as this. Win, you stay on another night. Lose, you're planning your trip back home.
First leg, Pete, you throw first.
And you know what?
Game on.
I've got no idea how this is going to pan out.
Let's have a look at their previous game. This was game number 2
45.
of Thursday night. Gurney won by 4 legs to 1, but there's been a lot happened since then. In
55.
particular, Gurney's last game tonight, where he lost to Usher by 4 legs to 0. That was hurtful. He had chances in that game. He had 6 darts at double,
100.
and boy was he punished for every single miss. As for Hughes, he's had 2 performances tonight that were quite polished.
140.
One of them more so. Game 2 tonight, he beat Whitlock 4-3, 102 average, 6 180s, and 4 out of 5 on the
100.
doubles. The best performance of the group. And he did win his last game as well against Osborne. So he did the Wizard double.
139.
I've got to go with Hughes as the favourite.
Yeah. And the only thing I would suggest is he has been patchy tonight. The good stuff has been much better than Lewis, so that there's no doubt.
134.
Whoa!
Lewis Car, 167.
How on earth did that find the treble 18?
59.
We've seen some
Peter
wicked
Carr,
deflections,
122.
but that one takes the cake. Wizardry on the stage. Could it have an effect on the next shot? It could. That is
Game shot on the first
insane.
leg, Pete Hughes.
What has happened in the last 4 darts is nothing
Second leg,
but
Lewis to throw
shocking.
first. Game on.
His last 2 finishes on this stage, Pete Hughes, 1-2-4 and a 1-2-2.
58.
I've not seen a deflection like that in my career. That is off the scale. We saw Johnny Clayton hit a 54 on the Pro Tour a
70.
couple of years ago, but that one was different. That speared to the right. The one that Hughes has found,
60.
it almost stepped over.
Jesus, Mary and the donkey.
44.
We might be talking about that shot for the next few months. That is an unforgettable dart.
59.
And the next 3 were pretty good as well.
$41.
I just wonder if the Gurney balloon's a little bit lighter. Maybe some of the air's come out of it. Seems to have lost a little bit of his intensity. Like you said, after everything that's gone on this week, 22 games of darts for Pete Hughes. Doesn't matter anymore. 7 games of darts for Lewis Gurney. Doesn't matter anymore.
99.
It's all about this.
Everything else that's happened prior to this point is of absolute insignificance. May as well have never happened. It's all about here. It's all about now.
58.
81 for Hughes to break the throw and go 2-0 to the good. Double 12. He just looks so likely in finishing range at the moment. So likely, so capable, and halfway towards the finishing post.
Peter through first.
Let's face facts. If you're in a game like this, it's a knockout match. If you can do it here, in this moment,
57.
you can do it on Saturday night as well. It's just like the semi-finals.
59.
It's just like your second group game. This guy's impressed me the last couple of nights. I was impressed watching him earlier in the week.
100.
But when you see somebody live and in close quarters doing 90-plus average stuff more often than not, that is not something that everybody does on debut. This guy's useful. He almost reminds me,
one of them, Folksy,
in the earlier part of his career as Demon Stanley. He's just better than you think.
94.
Over the top. Rumour has it he's still running around Muswell Hill. Iconic piece of commentary
96.
from John Gwynn and Nigel Pearson.
This is not happening for Lewis. Something's got to change,
28.
and fast.
For your car, 108.
He's caught in a whirlpool right now, and he's got to take a breath.
Trouble 16. Even when Lewis not on the
84.
finish, he was in no hesitation to head down there. 2 12s upon his return to go 3-0 up, and
60.
well, this so far has been
car,
chasmous.
24.
And for Lewis Gurney, this has been a bit of a darting disaster.
And not only is he playing well, but things are going his way. He could have easily hit double 5 there.
Game on.
Till he double 7. He's getting bonus points on approach shots.
60.
He's hitting stuff he needs to hit, and he's missing the awkward shots.
$135.
I'll tell you what, the better part of Pete Hughes has shown up in this one. And if he maintains this
100.
average, 3 of his 4 averages tonight will have been 90 plus. And comfortably.
That's world class.
58.
Those are types of numbers that can mix it with the big boys if you can find it on a consistent basis.
85.
He could be mixing it with some very big boys come Saturday night. Usher, Whitlock, Kirk, Coates. And don't forget about Richard McKee.
132.
He's a weekly winner. So much experience and so much glamour
95.
on offer for this Saturday night in week 3.
Well, the only player in Saturday night's final which he wouldn't have faced this week is Richard McKee. He's played everybody else.
$78. Lewis car, 161.
Hughes gets his chance to win by 4-0 to get this done in double quick time. He's 3 out of 4 on the doubles
91.
in a
For your car,
knockout match.
98.
So 98 to send himself in, to send himself through to tomorrow night. It's double 12.
74.
It's a clip
Whitlock,
of
70.
the wire.
That would have been his third double 12 of this game. Double 4's got to go.
Gain shot on the
Bravo,
fourth leg,
that's a
Lewis
really
Gurney.
gutsy double. He's not done yet.
Fifth leg,
His
Pete
goose
through
isn't
first.
cooked.
Game on.
But Pete Hughes here has the darts in his hand to win this 4-1 and to
84.
finally secure a safe passage through to tomorrow night's final.
125.
When you've never been here before
60.
and you haven't faced this kind of match, it'll be interesting to know how Pete feels right now.
95.
Because he is up against someone who's played in an England shirt, someone who's played here before multiple times and succeeded in pressure
60.
situations. That experience has got to count for something. Now, he might be well over 10 years younger, but he's the one with the
59.
experience.
But experience can also cause scar tissue, and sometimes ignorance can be bliss. That's the other side of that particular coin.
That's very true. Depends how you look at it. Depends what kind of person we're talking about here.
93.
And sometimes things we talk about are circumstantial. And the circumstance here is Pete Hughes. He's hoping it's down on the cusp.
100.
However, Gurney's left himself on a finish here.
Well, he's frustrated because of the blocker on the 60. Well, the play there was the bull. You get the 25, you take the bull out of play.
140.
Now we might need the bull to
22.
survive.
90.
He's done all he can.
Whitlock, 64.
Hughes' chance this time is a third smaller than the last time.
64. Qualification dart again.
24.
Qualification
Whitlock,
dart missed
32.
again.
Got to go. And he does
Gain shot
cling
the
on.
fifth leg,
My
Lewis
word,
Gurney.
this is impressive. He's using
Sixth leg, Lewis
everything
to
in his
throw
being
first.
just to stay in
Game
this
on.
thing. Is he starting to build some belief? He's got the throw to take it all the way. He was 3-0 down. Say what you like, his technique
100.
might be not at its peak. His belief, his confidence might not be at his peak, but he's digging deep. And you've got to respect that.
40. $85.
That is an insanely good dart, my word. From a terrible angle.
100. $60.
Sometimes all he can do is sit back and watch as two gladiators go toe-to-toe. We have not had a maximum in this game. We haven't needed one for the entertainment
60.
factor.
Sometimes nervousness, sometimes tension can give us the type of drama that brilliance never can. Sometimes twitchiness
44.
in the behinds can give you drama.
Coincidentally, Gurney is now a maximum away from a double.
What's it Sir Alex Ferguson used to say? Squeaky bum time?
41.
Bums are squeaking.
100.
How has he squeezed that in there? My word. That could be a very valuable treble.
$81.
That's
Whitlock,
not good.
112.
That has not worked out well. This is a big invitation for Gurney. Double 16. One
Game
leg
shot on the
shootout to
sixth
see who
leg,
makes
Lewis Gurney.
Saturday night. It's as simple as that. We've had
Semi-final leg, Peter
3-0.
through first.
Now it's
Game
3-3. And this is one leg and one leg only.
What was it we said about Lewis Gurney earlier? He has got minerals.
100.
There's a lot of things we can question, and there was times yesterday we questioned the throw, but you cannot question what that kid has between the ears.
100.
In football this year, can you do it on a murky Wednesday in Stoke? Something
100.
like that? Can you do it in the early hours in Portsmouth on a Saturday morning?
100.
Tons are good. Tons are very good. Inseparable, these two.
Stoke and Portsmouth both have something in common. Tony Pulis managed them both.
Welcome to
100.
the early Saturday morning factoid bench, known as the Henry Dickin couch.
97.
Can't separate them. Hardly separate. 3 points between, and that means scant consolation. Hughes to the throat. Set up turn. Has to be good.
It's going to be good.
Oh, should go 25
100.
though.
Yeah, but it's still pretty good. We still haven't had a maximum, and we don't think we're going to get one.
60.
I sincerely hope we won't.
101.
Hughes has had an onslaught from his opponent, but he gets his chance again.
And
He's
this
on
time
the
he
mat for you.
takes with a trademark ton plus checkout. He made hard work of it. He nearly let it slip from 3-0 up. But Pete Hughes has qualified for tomorrow night's final. Lewis Gurney is going to feel crestfallen. He did all the hard work to get back into the game from 3-0 behind. But it is Pete Hughes who is the final player through to tomorrow night's final. He beats Lewis Gurney by 4 legs to 3.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, and sometimes knockout darts comes a little bit early. It is Pete Hughes, who was 3-0 up in this knockout game with England international Lewis Gurney. He saw an onslaught coming from Lewis. It went to 3-3. The 101 was taken in an excellent 15-dart leg. So it is Pete Hughes who has made it through with Graham Usher and Simon Whitlock. They will face off in our final game before Saturday night. But we thought we'd get a word with Pete Hughes after that knockout match, and Henry Deacon is downstairs with him right now.
Well, Pete, many congratulations, but it's fair to say you had to go through the mill there a little bit.
Yeah, I've had to dig deep there tonight to get it done. But I feel like I played okay tonight, to be fair.
Started off well. That game against Simon, the 102 average, the 6-180s.
Yeah, I found it in that one, and they just seem to go. And when they go, they go.
Let's talk that last game against Lewis. You went 3-0 up, missed a few darts. When it went back to 3-3, what was the psyche? Do you feel like maybe you could have possibly blown a chance?
Yeah, I thought it had gone when it went back to 3-3, but I thought it's my darts, just dig deep and get it done.
What was the feeling like when you did get the job done? I can imagine a bit of relief in there.
Yeah, it was like a weight was lifted, to be fair.
The way you play this week, you've played some really good stuff. We've seen some fantastic performances from yourself. Now into Saturday night on your debut. It's going to be some occasion, isn't it?
It will be, yeah, but I'll just go into it, no expectations, just go play my darts.
Is it treating a special occasion like just another night at the office?
Yeah, just go play. What will be, will be.
Right, go well. Congratulations tonight. We shall see you tomorrow. Well done, Pete.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
And that was Pete Hughes. Very level-headed. And I'm supposing that when his head hits the pillow, it might hit him that on debut he's made Saturday alongside a former European champion, a former World Series finalist, World Seniors finalist at the World Championship there, in front of a legendary referee, and he's going to get the full Super Series treatment come Saturday night because this place is going to be full of darts fans. What a first week for Pete Hughes. So now we have to figure out who's going to win the last game.
First leg, Graham to throw first. Game on.
Well, Simon Whitlock currently sits on 12 points, leg difference of plus 14.
140.
If he were to lose this game by 4 legs to 0, Graham Usher would jump him into first position. So 1 leg
44.
needed by Whitlock to win the group. I don't think this game's going to be slow.
140.
It certainly wasn't when they were dueling in the first game of the group, and Whitlock won 4 legs to 0. But a lot's happened since then, in
81.
particular from Graham, because tonight he is not lost. He could indeed, on night 2, be Mr. Perfect.
60.
Well, just remember at the top of the show, we were talking about the odds
41.
for winning the group, and Simon was
161.
slim. He had a 4-point cushion at the top, and yet he can still be caught.
65.
Great 180. We haven't had a great deal of 180s over the last few matches. They have dried up a little bit. But imagine if Whitlock takes out 335 and 6 to
42.
take this first leg.
155.
He's not going to.
75.
And Usher will ask the first question.
54. $14.
There is a chance.
80.
Usher doesn't take that chance. It's all about tops, you see. Now it's about tens.
60.
That was his
Gurney
first
now
opportunity
40.
to win the group. He didn't have to wait long for another
20.
one.
Simon the car, 20.
Fair to say that Graham's not happy. Simon is,
Show the first leg,
because he's
Simon
going to
Whitlock.
top the group.
Second leg, Simon to throw first. Game on.
It's almost as if he knows. I promise you that he doesn't. Simon very much likes to play with a bit of ignorance. One leg at a time, one game at a time, and see how the chips fall.
100.
I think Graham's more perturbed by losing that leg in a game against Simon than losing the leg to lose the top of the group spot. But we now know
85.
For sure that Usher will not be in the same group on Saturday night as Simon or Pete Hughes.
Well, Graham Usher will be thankful for the fact that he survived the scare tonight, because things could have got rather loquacious for him, but
96.
crossing the line into tomorrow night, Whitlock's won the group. Although I get the sense Simon's one of those
96.
players that I don't think he'll care about position. He's one of those players that will focus on what he does tomorrow night. As long as he's qualified, that's the main thing. He's got to be careful here.
26. $41. Simon the car, 154.
He still hasn't lost a leg against Graham this week. Seems
58.
ludicrous. But then again, they've only played 5.
83. Simon the car, 96.
Everybody in their career has been 6-0 at one point. It might be 6-0 Whitlock, with more to come.
56. Graham the car, 138.
Graham really doesn't do anything slowly. Everything is quick.
98.
His reactions are
Simon
quick.
the car, 40.
His darts are quick.
Gauge
And
on the
quickly,
second
this
leg,
one is
Simon
2-0
Whitlock.
to the Wizard.
Yeah, he's even losing
Graham
quick
to
in
throw
this
first.
game as
Game
Graham
on.
Usher. Well, he almost
140.
jettisoned everything I was about to say there, because Graham's the type of player, because of the pace, the tempo, the way he goes about his business, these types of dead rubber games don't play into his hands one bit.
99.
And both of these guys are going to be back in the building at around about 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon.
180.
So spare a thought for these players that do come back, because their turnaround from leaving the building, let's say conservatively it's 1:30 in the
100.
morning. 14 hours. Maybe 13 and a half
145.
to start getting ready. That is not a lot of time. If you were talking about the World Snooker Final starting 12 hours or 13
16.
hours
Graham Carr,
after the
36.
semi-final, you'd say that's terrifying.
Game shot.
It
the
happens
third
quite a
leg,
lot
Graham
here.
Usher.
And Usher's got his first leg against Whitlock this week.
Fourth leg,
Hence
Simon
the
to throw
celebration.
first. Game on.
10 data. Best of the week so far.
Let's hope it's not the best.
57.
We won't see a 9 data tomorrow.
Yeah, because we're not playing on Sunday.
We won't see a 9 data in this leg.
180.
Graham Usher's next dart will go into the single 1. There's no way he hits a 9 data in this leg. If he does, I'll leave and never come back.
57.
Graham, don't let us down. Oh, well, never mind. There's always tomorrow.
100.
It won't happen tomorrow.
I know, because I've already said tomorrow is Sunday. We don't play on Sundays.
Okay, it's not going to happen on the 16th of May
140.
2026.
Why not?
Because I don't think it's going to happen. Any more need for me to explain?
Yes.
100.
Do I need to explain my emotions to you, Nicholson?
Why are you starting to sound like my Year 10 English teacher?
131. Gurney 121.
For his second leg. Is he going to back up a 10 with a 12? Oh, that's
on the fourth leg,
ridiculous.
Graham Usher.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
Fifth leg, Graham to throw first.
He
Game
doesn't
on.
win the first 6 legs against Whitlock this week, then he wins the next 2 in 22. Go figure. He's having one of those games, isn't he?
He's going mental. And by the way, he's not going to hit a 9 darter in this leg.
Would you stop?
He's not going
57.
to. It's not going to happen. No chance. No chance whatsoever. I was right again.
140.
I'm going to go full Geordie now. You're getting right on my wick. Please tell me there's going to be a 9 darter in this game, because we
60.
have seen Graham Usher in our previous studio win a game by 4 legs to 2, 4-ton plus checkouts, and there was a 9 darter in
80.
there. I thought he was on that kind of hunt.
It's not going to happen.
Who took the jam out of your donut?
I'm just telling you, it's not going to happen.
96. Gurney 101.
And yet you got no evidence to back it up.
Well, we haven't seen one yet.
It's not going to be another 12.
$45.
Considering how well he's played, I'm surprised his average is only 98.
Well, it's because he had such a poor start to the
58.
contest, wasn't
Gurney
it?
56.
Leg 1, leg 2 didn't correlate, but in that game you aforementioned in Southampton, he had a similar like start and then rallied
16.
off 111 average. Whitlock's not going to take out 230.
$80. Gurney 40.
What else is not going to happen?
He's going to hit tops.
Gage on the fifth leg, Graham Usher.
It's not
6
really what I
legs,
asked, is
Simon to
it?
throw first. Game on.
Oh, it hurts, doesn't it? Usher's played a lot of darts this week. I have to
99.
ask Aidan Kirk for the bath salts.
Yeah, forget captain. We're going to have to call him Mr. Radox.
100.
Or we could call him Matey.
$81.
Used to be the Sunday night dread for you, wouldn't it, growing up? Bottle of Matey and Heartbeat.
Yeah, I couldn't afford Matey.
140.
Yeah, Heartbeat. Nah, didn't like that show. It was always school the next day.
What was it they called it? The Heartbeat Dread.
Yeah. Get in the bath after bullseye.
41.
School the next day. Horrific.
Incredible theme tune, though.
Well, Heartbeat or bullseye?
Both.
140.
Well, this to get it done. And do you know what? I fancy this. I fancy the 1-2-1.
Well, Mystic
140.
Deacon strikes
Gurney
again. He thought the tops would go in
121.
for 3-2. He thinks this is going to be found. Take it away, Graham.
78. Simon Car 140.
That's not going to go, obviously. So Usher has a chance
82. Gurney Car 43.
just to finish things off and to finish second.
Well, it's been some rally for 2-0 behind.
He's
4
on
legs
that
on the
game,
spin and a
Usher.
world-class 4 legs of Graham Usher. He wins for 2, average of 97.12. He had a 10 darter in there. It was a superb end to the night, thus group for the gambler. That the tail of the tape. A brilliant game to bring this Group B to a close. One which is won by Graham Usher by 4 legs to 2. We're going to hear from him on the other side of this short break. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. Before the break, Graham Usher got the better of Simon Whitlock by 4 legs to 2. Them two and Pete Hughes will be into tomorrow night's final. That was after Pete Hughes won Game 9. Now, that was a straight shootout against Lewis Gurney, in which he won by 4 legs to 3. So, that is how tonight's results went. This is how the table finalised. Simon Whitlock and Graham Usher both with 12 points, but because of a superior legs difference, Simon Whitlock will top the group. Pete Hughes, the other player through, with Gurney and Osborne eliminated following 2 nights worth of play in Group B. Well, Graham Usher, one of the 3 finalists who have made it through. He joins myself and Paul Nicholson in the studio now. Graham, many congratulations. Fair to say this week's been a real graft for yourself.
Yeah, it's been a tough week. It's been a long week. I didn't expect to get through to Group B after the first 2 days. Managed to win all 5, and then after yesterday picking up 4 points, I knew Colin's game was a big game, first game. I needed it. That's why I think it was a little bit. It wasn't the best, but yeah, we got the wins, and then kicked on and managed to scrape through.
Have you seen a different side to you? Because in the past we've spoken about how good a front runner you are, and if you get off to a good start, you could really bully opponents. Have we seen your scrapping qualities this week?
Yeah, I think so. Like you say, once I'm in front, I quite sort of run with it, but I've had to really dig in and scrap away. You know, it's been tough, Group A and Group B, but we managed to get the job done.
How much do you think his experience here and in the previous studio came into play at pivotal points, particularly tonight?
Well, it definitely helps. Let's face facts. Graham's talked about how he had a bit of a bounce back in Group A after a slow start. Same could be said for Group B, because he was left in the blocks against Simon Whitlock in the first game of the group, but lesser players would have strolled around this place saying, hang on a minute, why is it not happening? Just asking themselves questions. When you've got experience, you can draw on things that you've been through before to make sure that you can succeed. So having 4 points at the end of night 1, it was crucial in the end, because it gave him something to work with at the start. And like Graham's already mentioned, the game against Osborne, he knew that that was big, so he could plot his way through the night.
And it was actually something that we spoke about at the beginning of the evening when we spoke downstairs, that you said, yes, the performances weren't great yesterday, but the points are going to be very handy going into tonight.
Yeah, to get the 4 points, you know, to come in with 2, it would have been a bit more difficult. And then obviously ending with Colin and starting with Colin, there were 2 big games, and you know, then I was lucky I had a bit of rubber green against Pete, but you know, you need a bit of luck sometimes. And I say I've really dug in this week. It's been really hard. It's the hardest week I've had, I think, for a long time down here. But I'm just happy to get the job done and get through.
Is it a different sense of pride this week, a different sense of feeling this week because of the way you've got through it?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I feel like I've proper earned it today. You know, I've really, tonight, I've really sort of dug in there, never give up. You know, even like when I was even just 2-0 down there against Simon, I was like, even though I knew I'd finished runner up, it's more like, come on, let's put a good show on. But yeah, I'm happy to get through. You know, no matter where, as long as you're in that top 3, that's the main thing.
Not many people that I know can be 6-0 down to Simon Whitlock over the course of a game and a half and get a 10-darter to start a charge. He's done that. And knowing what we know now, because that charge didn't really stop from that point, that is something that can feed into Saturday night. Is that how you feel, Graham?
Yeah, definitely. It's all, you know, winning breeds confidence, doesn't it? You know, as you know yourself. So losing the first 2 legs, being like you say 6-0 down, that 10 hours more relief just to get a leg off Simon, and then kicked on. So I'll hopefully carry that on till tomorrow night. You know, but it's another day, isn't it? So we'll see what happens.
Talk a bit more about that in just a second, but I want to get your assessment, Nico, as to how we saw tonight generally.
Graham was the best player. I think sometimes you look at someone who's won 4 out of 4 and they've had a bit of a rocky road. I think Graham has had that tonight, but he's going to be better for it, because sometimes if it's serene progress, winning 4 games comfortably, what do you learn from that? Yes, you played well and you might have blown people away, but have you been battle hardened? Well, one thing we know from 23 games this week, he's been battle hardened. What we saw from Pete Hughes, however, was a heightening of standard. That game against Simon was borderline ridiculous. 6 180s, 102 average, 4 out of 5 on the doubles, and he still could have lost it. It was a bit weird at times, but tonight was encapsulating, especially when it came to the knockout match between Hughes and Gurney.
It was an encapsulating game, and he could have blown it, Pete Hughes, and 3-0 up.
Yeah, the two things I want to talk about when it comes to this game. The end, which was fabulous, the 101 checkout, and I admire when you're able to find a ton plus checkout to get through a knockout game like that. So this is a checkout he's found twice in this group, so he obviously likes tops. That might just be a weapon on Saturday night, but earlier in the game, he had the most ridiculous deflection you could ever wish for. He's going for the treble 20 to try and score a ton. It should have bounced into the 1 or the small 20, and it bounces into the treble 18. Yes, that's a big slice of luck, and it did have an effect on that first leg because it left him 122. He took it on the bull, and then his challenge started from there in that match.
In terms of Simon Whitlock, do we kind of, to a certain extent, not even look at tonight because the job was kind of practically done yesterday?
Yeah, I think so, in the same way that Aidan Kirk was in that big position after the first day of Group C. He knew that he just had to get that one win because everybody was off the mark after day one. So he did enough. Saturday nights, like everybody knows who's been there before, they're extremely different. The dynamic of round-robin darts is almost disappearing. So you've got to be in knockout mode. And these seasoned players like Graham and Simon and Aidan Kirk, they'll be hard to stop. But don't forget about Henry Coates. He's had a couple of days off and he'll be fresh.
When you look at the lineup for tomorrow night, it almost feels a little bit like a Champions Week, doesn't it? When you look at the quality, and obviously you've been here all week, so you would have seen. It's only Richard McKee you've not played of everybody that's qualified through to tomorrow night's final. I can imagine you'll be under no illusions. I mean, and you've played in Champions Weeks in the past. That is pretty much that in a nutshell, isn't it?
Yeah, to be honest with you, Group A, Group B, they all seem like Champions Weeks. You know, there's no easy games anymore. There's no, sort of gimmies. They're all tough. So. Yeah, like I said, tomorrow's a different day. I'll get a good night's sleep tonight, and prepare properly again. Yesterday, I really felt it yesterday. I was really tired last night. But today, come in and just enjoyed it.
It's part of it, the readjustment, because you go from playing first thing in the morning in Group A, and then you're having to train your body to then get going last thing at night. Yeah,
it's just that you're normally waking up, obviously, early, showered and getting down to the venue, at 8 o'clock, where it's a long wait through the day and trying to prepare properly for it. But, I've done it long enough now and, I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
What would another one mean? It'd be number 4 in the Super Series format for yourself. And you put yourself alongside the Sykeses of this world, the Van Skees of this world, the players that have had the most prolific success here.
Yeah, definitely. I just come and do what I do, play me darts, and if it happens, it happens. But yeah, it'd be lovely to pick up another title. It really would, and to get into Champions Week, we'll wait and see.
This is what you're coming up against tomorrow evening. This is how the groups pan out for tomorrow night's final. Nico, what would be your assessment on what we're going to be watching, at least early on tomorrow night anyway?
Yeah, I think Group 1's going to be fairly quick. I mean, any group that Graham's in is going to be fast. But Henry doesn't mess around. Richard McKee has found a new level of confidence this week after an international pairs that he would dearly like to forget. So that's a really interesting dynamic. Pete Hughes against Whitlock, that is something we're going to talk about again, obviously, because of their great battles over the last couple of nights. But Aidan Kirk has been thrown into the Group 2 melting pot. And I don't think he's going to be bothered. From the interviews that you've done with him over the last couple of afternoons, I don't think he's bothered who he plays. But we're bothered because we want to see great darts on Saturday night in front of a sold-out live lounge. It's going to be a great evening.
Yeah, it's going to be lively in here tomorrow night. It is a sellout, which for you, I imagine you enjoyed it. Also, we saw you at York, didn't we, last week at the Barbican playing in the Modus exhibition. It's nice to be back playing in front of crowds, big crowds at that.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a crowd. It's always nice to try and entertain people and do your best. Don't think the family's coming down tomorrow. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll try our best and hopefully, fingers crossed, we will pick up that trophy.
Right, wish you all the very best. Many congratulations on making it through. We shall see you tomorrow evening. Nico, we shall see you tomorrow night as well. It should be a very interesting evening on the South Coast. That is for sure. Well, it is Cup final day, of course, today, isn't it? But no Sky Blues, no Chelsea. It's all about who's going to lift the Super Series weekly title, and no Abide With Me either. Right, plenty coming up on Pluto TV. And this is what's coming up next. The Upside Down Darts Challenge, which features the likes of Simon Whitlock and Andy Hamilton. That's coming up next. I don't think that needs too much explaining. And then it is Tungsten Talk 2 with Beau Greaves, the 3-time champion of the world. That's coming up on Saturday from 11:30. And of course, finals night tomorrow evening. It's only a few hours away now. Graham Usher's in that mix. We'll see who is going to be the third player into Champions Week. And Richie Howson's looking to do so for the first time. Week 4 gets underway on Monday morning from 9:30 a.m. So the 6 players for the third finals night of Series 14 are confirmed. I hope you could join us tomorrow from 7:30 p.m. to see how it pans out. Bye from us.
The new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word! It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith.
It's match down.
5-star performance.
Ball for big fish. It's
Jack Drayton.
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have one dart.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit!
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And the Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kaplas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He is 2 darts away
requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Van Skeet's halfway to victory.
He only needs one more. Jimmy Van Skeet is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Van Skeet do the same? Just needs the one treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.